Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. I'm alive. I pressed the wrong button, so away. Hello. Gamers! No, we're banning Breezy from the lobbies today. Because he is a little sweat and has setups on every bike, which we're not allowing. Actually, one very good feature this game could have, but will never have, would be... I didn't put my server up. Jesus Christ, I'm not planning to talk for this. Would be to make a server where people can't run setups. That would make things quite even, I think, in that regard. Hello, everybody. I'm just logging in to my server portal, and as soon as I've done so, I'm going to put my lobby up. The track I have put in the chat, I don't know if I've... Yeah, I have pinned it. The first one is going to be the 2021, I think, MXGP of the Netherlands, aka Oz, created by the lovely Swedish man JV. And we're just going to do some two-stroke stuff. I'll be honest, tonight I was more looking at streaming and going back and watching the old races that we used to do back in the day. However, Rusper was yapping our ear off for probably like 20 minutes about wanting to put a server up on two strokes. Bearing in mind he doesn't play the game apparently. But I'm just setting server up right now, so bear with me, chaps. It won't take long, and it's going to be two strokes only all night long. We're going to do 252 strokes, 125s, old 252 strokes, old 125s, and that is what we're going to be rocking all night tonight. So the track is GP of the Netherlands. I want it to be a 3-lap race. Oh, can I get a general... no, that's fine. No, I'm not... Don't worry. I was going to ask about if we should do collisions or no collisions, but I think no collisions is a bit pussy shit after a while. Charlie is in the Discord. However, there is also 4 other people in the Discord. And I don't know if anybody else is like me, but when you're watching someone stream or in a video, if there's too many different voices all going on at the same time, then it's a little bit overwhelming. I don't really like it. If it was just 1 or 2 people, then yeah, cool. But to have 4 other people and then myself all talking together, it gets a little bit much after a while. So I'll let them do their thing. I'll let them have fun. I will sit here on my own. And I'm just going to get the password up on the screen as well, so you guys with the itchy trigger fingers can join. I'm just going to wait for my my game to load in first, and then I'll pop it up on the screen, and everyone's just like, ooh, waiting. Yeah, Cray agrees with me. You agree, Cray? Is there a speed difference? I generally don't know. I don't know if anyone's done that level of testing, to be fair, Praxim. I would imagine so. I mean, they ride different. At least they feel different. I don't know if it's just a placebo thing because of the different model bikes that you have. Password is Yo Mama. Very, very... I mean, actually quite close, Mr. Chunky Beef. How... Did I not change the... How are people joining? Huh? Is the password... I thought I changed the password. You can see. Oh, could you see... Hang on, could you see when I was typing? Oh, there you go. Anyway, password 69. Crazy stuff. Oh, no, you saw it when I typed it in the game, didn't you? Never mind. That's fun. I think Proposo needs to change that so it, like, fills the box with stars rather than the actual thing. Just, not for stuff like this, you know, that it doesn't matter about this. But, like, if there's actual private servers and you're trying to stream, it would be nice in that regard. A few people saying the gamer word in the lobby. I do not see that. If they do that, they'll get kicked. So everyone on your best behaviour, please. There's a thing on mods for it. Yeah, but why has the community got to do everything to carry the game? Why can't Proposo just do a little update like that? I can show you my settings. I've been tweaking my settings a little bit, actually, ahead of the outdoors season. Just trying to mess around with stuff. So I have been running hang on, my mouse. I've been running 100 direct lean for Supercross. However, I've toned it down to 80 for outdoors because it just lets me sit in the ruts easier. And I think I've gone from all the way down from like a 93 gain up to 100, which I didn't expect because I had like 97, something like that, when these bikes originally came out. And the reason I turned it down is because there's less grip on the bikes anyway, so there's no point being able to lean over super far because you just don't get grip. However, in the testing that I've done for the outdoor stuff, bear in mind you're in a rut a lot of the time anyway, so then you do have grip because you have something beneath your wheel even if you are leant over. But even if you, let's say you've got two bikes and they're identical in speed, however one is a bit more sluggish in the turning, it leans over slower, you can just crank your gain up and it has the same effect as changing the geometry of the bike without changing the geometry of the bike. So, no, it's good. I need to... Can you see that flickering? That black flickering every now and then? Ever since... I've had a Windows update a couple of weeks back, and ever since then I can't have display capture over top of game capture, because it's like they're trying to fight each other the whole time. Which apparently, I know some of you will be in the same boat as me, some people won't. You know how the game takes a disgusting amount of time to load now? That is apparently due to a Windows update that happened. So it's something to do with Windows Defender. And if you make certain exceptions for the game in Windows Defender, it should be okay. Like, it shouldn't take as long. I haven't done it yet, but that is the case there. Oh, you mean... I know what you mean now. You don't mean like chat, you mean like the multiplayer server list. They've made multiplayer servers with bad names. Yeah. Can you tell that I used to have a KTM model swap on this Gas 2-stroke, and then I took it off, and now I've just left with the skin that doesn't fit on the bike anymore. And I can't be bothered to change it. Gas 250 is actually pretty damn quick. I'm guessing it is setup related as well. Because it can flop around sometimes and the front end can knife, but in terms of just actual speed, it's so fast. What's going on here? Are these the boys? What's going on? Why is everyone kind of... Oh, I see. See, the good thing is, if I read it backwards, it says Jin instead. And we've got Cameron Evans 138 Jin. So, there's multiple ways I can go about doing this. I can either kick them now, because they think they're funny, but they're not, or I can give them a chance to change their name before the next server goes up, and then if they don't, I can kick them at that point. So what are we thinking? You completely disable Windows updates. Thing is, I'm not very tech savvy in that regard. I'm not good with computer stuff. I think one of the highlights of my comedy career in the whole time of playing this game was I was in a Discord call at one point with the DDC boys, and this was back when a guy called Jin used to play as well. Jin spelled G-I-N, and Jin was a man of color, you know, one of the brothers. And I remember randomly sitting there one day and looking at his name, and all the boys were in the call, and so was Jin. And I was like, you notice what happens if you spell Jin backwards? I didn't have to say anything else. That was it. That's cinema, you know? Didn't have to say anything myself. It was just implied. Oddly enough, as soon as I have booted the racists, my frames have dropped. Do you know something that's quite odd is, so when you do get those little bits of stream lag and dropped frames from time to time, I'm guessing it's internet related, but it tells me the bitrate that I'm streaming at the whole time. So I have it set to 10k, and it will usually fluctuate between like 9.5 to 10.5 and stay within that range. When you have that little lag, it will go down to like 6,000 and then spike up to almost 20k. I just find that really, really odd, like why it would go higher than what you want it to be. I've got no idea. No idea at all. Does being good at MX bikes help pick up on MTG? To an extent, because you've learned how to play a game that's semi-difficult to learn, but not to the extent of it'll just be an easy carryover. If you're good at Sim, then that will be a different story. Then it will be different. Because Sim is a lot harder game to learn, so then I think learning Motocross the game will be easier. Yeah, I try to keep as high of a bitrate as possible for these. I know 10k isn't even particularly high, but if we was playing any other game other than MX Bikes, the quality would look absolutely insane. In the same way that the quality looks absolutely fine if I just sit here and I don't move, because the stream hasn't got to keep up with anything. As soon as we start riding, and you've got all these little bits of detail down in the dirt, all the different colours of pixels, just like zooming past the screen, it struggles to keep up with everything. I notice they've made them much slower. No, I don't think so. To me, the Yamaha and the Fantic are just boofed. They're L bikes right now, but no, KTM, Husky, and GasGas still feel pretty quick. The TM is pretty damn mid, I'll be honest. I was trying it out a little bit earlier, and it's not as fast as these Austrian bikes are, but then the only other downside is, for whatever reason, every TM in this game, the geometry of it is very weird. So, on any other bike on this game, you can do a whip, and you can bring a whip back, and all bikes feel pretty similar to each other. The TM is just completely different. If you do exactly the same whip as you do on another bike, the bike will not come back round straight how you want it afterwards. No, the TM is not a good enough bike, unfortunately, and it will remain that way until all the OEM bikes done from scratch, because it's just the base geometry of the TM that makes it booty cheeks. That's a interesting slider. Yeah, I'll stream and play from the same PC. I don't think I quite have the facilities to be having two entire PCs going at the same time. Nor do I know the technicalities of that. I have no idea how you can capture something on a different PC that you're not playing the game on to be able to capture it on. But I know like big streamers obviously do that and helps with like frame rate and things like that a lot. But no, it wouldn't make a difference to the actual stream quality that you see right now, because I'd still be streaming in the same bitrate. It's only for like FPS reasons and stuff like that that it helps a lot. But there's not too many tracks. As poorly optimized as this game is, there's not that many tracks I get absolutely awful frame rate on. I think I've got 3080 Ti, and then no idea about processor. It's a pre-built. I didn't go out of my way and handpick all the different parts, so I don't know anything off the top of my head. So realistically, the only thing that you're actually saving on by spending more money to get an entire PC is the fact that you just don't have to have OBS open. And obviously the internet that you're using. So it actually shouldn't really make that much of a difference. I think a lot of top boys, like the people that stream daily on Twitch, the ones that do it for a very good income and living, I think they more do it for PC longevity. Obviously my PC is probably going to unalive itself at some point, because it's a bit of a workhorse. It gets put through the ringer, does quite a lot. Whereas theirs should last a bit longer because it's not as stressful on it. Yeah, I'm not very PC smart at all. I'm just like, you know what? You choose my job. I need a decent PC. Let me spend X amount of money on it, and I got it. And that was it. That was the whole shebang. Right. What are we looking like in here? Got 32. We've got one person sinking in. I'll wait for... Oh, I think we just got one more joining now. We got an instant connect and disconnect. Has everyone been on their best behaviour in terms of bikes as well? I think so. I think it should all be okay. Yeah, it should be fine. Doot, 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 doot. Where's Rusper? Oh, I wonder where Rusper or BP is, or Ols at the same time. I wonder who the three people spelling out bad letters were. Could never be those lot. Forest Warriors taking people out. That's fun, as long as it doesn't do it in the race. As long as it's not in the actual race. I think that might be a record, though, having to boot 4 different people all at the same time. Hello, Lacken. Don't let it be one of them days. Please. Oh, we're making moves now. We've got 36 is the maximum limit on the server. So hopefully everyone gets synced in, doesn't get booted for any other reason, and we'll be Gucci. I don't know if I have a favourite paid track as such. I think that's a very hard thing to decipher. I don't know. It's the paid tracks are a tough one anyway, because it's like, for the most part, I don't know if anybody else is the same, but where they never appear in any server lists, you only play it for like a day, maybe 2 max, and then don't really tend to touch it or go back to them again. So it's like I do that on all of them, so it's not like a track that I'll go back to over and over and over. The reason that I say Krakenberg's my favourite one on the entire game, and I'm not talking, that's not a paid track at all, but it's just because it's the one that I have played the most and I get the most enjoyment out of. No, I've got no idea what CarX is. I'm not a big car guy. I know that's probably quite a polarising statement to make, but yeah, not a big car person. Old video I said MTF Outdoors. Probably a while ago though, wasn't it? I mean, things are always changing. I think Troy is going to take the chip for MX Social. I have no idea what MX Social is. I've never heard of MX Social in my existence. I am going to start this race in 7 seconds, because otherwise we end up getting into that awful cycle of being here all night long without doing races, because people keep leaving and then new people rejoin. Yeah, I've never heard of it before. I'll be honest, boys, I do not look at my MXB other than to sign up for Aerial on Mondays and Fridays. Right. So if you was here a couple streams ago at this point, I don't know when it happened, but the last public lobby stream I done that wasn't elimination races, you will remember. So we done 2 races around here. One of them went absolutely horrendously, and I was just getting ruined the entire first lap. And then the second one went incredibly well. So I wonder what today is going to be. What's it going to bring? How's it going to go? How much awareness and IQ will be on display by everybody else around? It's very quiet. Usually people are just like banging their bikes off the limiter and stuff on the gate, but it's very calm right now. Is it the calm before the storm though? Is it going to go downhill? We shall see. Do 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 do. Is it? We'll try. We'll try third gear. Not terrible. But this is where it's going to go downhill, where people don't brake. Oh, I'm so scared of those yellow bales there. They're like a wall. They got so... Where are you go? Oh my god, boys, the IQ's already in the bin. Just go back to the track where you were. It's still a good start though. I didn't go down. This is still much better than what we did have. Bloody. We're just going to play the game. Not to get annoyed with people's decisions. And not holding the straight line in the straight line. I see a cheeky little green notification out of the corner of my eye, and I hear Ricky talking about his cum. Who's that? Mr. Heiser. Thank you very much for the gifted membership, Heiser. You have a very interesting profile picture, sir. The old Fortnite. We've got a lot of Fortnite profile pictures. I think it's Fortnite. It looks very Fortnite-y. It's the same kind of art style. I like Fortnite. I like Fortnite. Oh my god, is that Thierry? It's Thierry Henry! Well, that's very annoying. Ooh, it's hard to keep your momentum going forwards on these two strokes. We got the corner that most people end up wadding themselves on down here. I'm going to try and play it safe. Should have gone inside because this middle very easy to get wrong. But we survived lap 1. We are Gucci. Oh, Henry getting a bit sketchy. I'm alive. Yeah. Oh, the back end said no. Oh. Ah. It's crazy thinking that we used to exist in a time where everything on a track would have collisions. Like, all tracks were like this. And now, because of how unstable this the game is, and how easy it is for your game to crash if you hit an object, which is crazy for me, a game that's been out 10 years, we now have to take collisions away from everything for that reason, basically. But then your mind gets so used to not having to worry about the collisions that regardless of what track you play, you then don't mind going for objects anyway. And then you get a bit of a wake-up call sometimes. And it's like, oh, no, that does... You can hit that. That does exist. It is real. This is going much smoother than the last time I've done this. But it could just be a case of honeymoon period. Because we do 2 races on each track, so maybe the second one's going to whoop my ass a little bit. Well, the gas is doing absolutely fine. We're running her stock. We've just changed the tyre pressure a little bit. And we put her on the old race mapping rather than the default. And she's doing a good job. She's going. Can we triple this? Oh, barely. Yeah, track's in the pinned comment. It is if you just type in Netherlands in MXB mods, it should come up, I believe. It's just got a very long name. It's like 2021 MXGP of the Netherlands, but then the actual track's called Oz, which is OSS, and yeah, it's just a pinned link. Much easier just to go straight to it. There is a potential win on the cards right here. My speed's not atrocious right now. I just need to try and wind it in a little bit, not try and go too fast. Nice. That went much smoother than I expected it to. Check up, go underneath. Lovely stuff. Oh, now we're feeling it. Now we're getting some flow going. Is shifting up to 4th gear a mistake? Yeah, a little bit. We'll keep it in 3rd. Try and get the bike operating in that sweet spot. Now we'll go up to 4th to let the suspension work better over the rough stuff. Oh, we're alive. It's fine. Do I have... I need to turn the controller overlay on. Just noticed I got the controller overlay off. Oh no. Oh yes. It's fine. We're good. Gentle on the power. Drop down. Put the tear off. Nice clean vision. Step back up. can go up to 4th gear here as well, since it's a little bit downhill. It shouldn't bog as much. Oh, I try and use all the track there to get as much momentum to try and triple into the rollers. So then you can double your way through and double into the corner much quicker than having to single into the corner at the end. Try and open up this as much as you can. I'm going to step down the hill and try and take the inside. It is the best option. Nice, because then that opens up this next left-hander, so you can carry more momentum. Then you've got more speed along the start straight. Kind of how you have to end up breaking down tracks, especially sand tracks, to keep as much momentum going as possible. Got to move around on the track, try and open up corners, carry as much momentum everywhere. Even if it's an extra mile per hour around the entire track, it adds up to over a second. Thank you, sir. W Lapper. Where's the 125? What do you mean? It's 2 strokes only. It's every 2 stroke. It hasn't got to be a 125. Sure, I might dabble on the 125 at some point, but I don't ride 252 strokes very often. Give her a go. Thinking back to it, yeah, they must have nerfed these 2 strokes quite a lot, because I remember at Washougal last year for outdoors managing to get a win in the first moto against like the fast boys on 450s when I was on a 252 stroke. So they must have been somewhat comparable back then. The one thing that the two, I don't think it's the case anymore, but for whatever reason, Beta 18 OEM bikes, especially with how much traction they had, the 252 strokes were quicker out of the gate. So I think the only reason that I'd done well at that Washougal race was because I had a really, really good start. Like if you think about it, any other situation, the 450 should ideally be outgating the 250 by quite a ways. ATM 150 back. It's never been gone. It's in the MX3 class, which I think is fair, because where else? I mean, maybe you'd put it in the MX1, but it wouldn't be fair to put it in with the MX2. It wouldn't be fair to put it in with the 125s. Although, to be fair, they probably do that in real life anyway, but I don't know. Yeah, it's in the MX3 class because it's a bit of an outlier. Unless it's... It definitely used to be, unless I just haven't paid much attention at all. I mean, since the Beta 19 OEM bikes came out, really have only done 450s and Supercross. I haven't ventured outside the box too much. Getting sim soon. What tips or models do you need? I'm not sure what you mean by what models do you need. But tips-wise, just a bit of patience. It's harder to learn an MX bikes is by probably like 5 times as much. You have to put in 5 times as many hours to get as good at it as you do on bikes. Yeah, there's no easy shortcuts on sim, unfortunately. It's pretty brutal. The thing that's annoying for new players on sim, which the experienced people don't really have to think about because they've already learnt it at that point, is the faster you go, the easier it is. Whereas if you're trying to tiptoe your way around the track, it's so wobbly, and it's like you have to counter steer a lot. Whereas the faster you go, the bike does a lot of the work for you. That was a nice straightforward first race though, didn't have any issues at all. Very lovely. Yeah, fair play, Breezy, for going on the 125. Big respect. Yeah, the TM144's in the... Oh, no, I thought the TM144 was in the MX3 class as well. Oh, no idea then. Hello, Chris. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Are you dressed as Jamie Keefe? Nah, Breezy, it'd have to be on the Yami for that. Although, yeah, the Yamaha and Fantic 2-strokes, as of the last OEM update, are still very much broken, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd love it. Like, the Fantic 2-stroke used to be my favourite one. I don't know why. It pulled so well and it sounded nice. But yeah, it's very, very, very broken these days. Do 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 do. Name of the track's in the pinned comment, and the name of the server. If you just type my name in into the server list, then the server will come up, and then the password is at the top of the screen. I see we still got some of the Italian brain rot going on. See, that's lasting. And to be fair, when I go on TikTok, I'm still getting Italian brain rot memes. So the community is going strong right now. Where is... Did I drink? Oh. Well, that sucks. I thought I still had like half a Pepsi to drink, but I guess I chugged it all earlier. Classic two strokes are an option here, Christers. I don't know if that will sway you to play it at all, since it's not only classics, but you can ride one in here if you want to. Oh god, that's not a good sign. Ugh. Oh, yawning after being live for 33 minutes. Oh. It's looking like a game crash right now, Mr. Nugget Boy. Oh, someone left and rejoined on a different bike. You get an idea of the kind of people sometimes, don't you? The ones that want to stop and see themselves on screen are the same ones that don't know how to follow simple instructions by not leaving and rejoining on different bikes. So which one of them is the actual culprit? Which one do I actually bother to kick? Because it's either Spianero or it's Cham. Let's have a look in the server list. Who is it? I don't know if it'll let me see everything. Oh no, it will. So... Can't see. There's Chambu joining there. Spianero joined left and then joined again. So if I was a betting man, I think it's Mr. Spianero that's causing that issue. So we're going to put that to the test real quick and see if it works. So if I kick Spianero just from this server, don't worry, you'll be able to rejoin. But if I now go and try and find Chambu's number 500, let me see if I can find him at all. Please don't make my game crash by sitting in my bike. Come on, Breezy, you know better at this point. Where's number 500 on the track? He is... Oh, okay, that barrel didn't have collision. He's over... Oh no, he's over here. Chambu, he's over here. Let me see if anyone's still inside of him. No, he's not. There you go, fixed it. So, yeah, general rule of thumb, if you are newer and you don't know about the glitch that has still been in the game for probably a year plus at this point, if you are in a server and you set a lap on a bike and then you think, I don't like this bike, I'm going to go and get on another one. If you leave that server, change bike and rejoin that same server, you'll have happen exactly what was just happening on the screen there, where people are glitching inside of each other. That also leads to a lot of game crashes. So for the most part, just stick to whatever bike you had, you know, when you joined the server to begin with. Even if it's a bit stinky, or if you don't like it, then join another server. Both downloads don't work. The MediaFire one should definitely work. When you're on MediaFire, don't download the folder, click into the folder and then download the PKZ, because otherwise it will say, yeah, you can't download it because it's got multiple, you try and download multiple files. It's not the case. You just have to go into the folder first and then just download the PKZ only. So we've got quite a few people syncing in. I'll wait. Coca-Cola or Pepsi? Definitely Pepsi. For whatever reason, when I drink, I mean, not so much like the diet ones, but definitely the full fat Cokes. They just make like my teeth feel fuzzy afterwards. Like I don't like it at all. Whereas I can just chug so much Pepsi and be absolutely fine, no issue at all. Oh, boys. Oh, boys, we got some momentum behind us. I don't know if I'll ever hit that straight that nice ever, even on the 450s. Especially with that jump up into the wall as well. There is possibilities around this track to just have an absolutely insane lap time, but the amount that can go wrong in doing it, it's almost not worth it. Or just all these tiny little bumps and ruts kicking you in different directions. Very easy for it to go wrong. Don't be your quali time. Have I made a mistake on this lap yet? We'll see. I'm having to try and dodge a couple of people. Very interesting name that you've got in Game Cut. I would like to see your browser history. Please export your browser history and upload it for everyone to see. Try and hit this inside. I don't know what good lap times are around Oz, to be honest. There was a period of time where everyone was trying to compete for the hot lap on it. That's when the sand was a lot quicker and the bikes were grippier. I might have it done unless I crash in this last right-hander, which is a possibility. Ah, there we go. Nice. Good lap, but not played for 2 weeks? It's time. Hop on the Game Whipper. Hop on. Back it up, back it in. Let me begin. Still got people sinking. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's not like they're new. Actually, MSR Cross is newer. Thought we had a grill in the lobby for a second. I thought it said Mrs. Cross. But it's not meant to be. My hopes have been dashed. Hello, Jonas. Type in Linz in the server list. It'll come up. Every time I see your name in here, Cray, I always think that it's Chase. Just because of how close the whole name is together. Back it up, back it in. Let me begin. I'm doing special exemption. We're waiting on Mr. Christos Zigalovs. Speak of the devil, he's in. Let's go! Alright, let's get that server back up. Get that up. Right. We are good to go. Oh, better gate this time. Better gate. Thank you very much, Cray. Unfortunately, it will be my last one. Ever. Well, I say ever. It'll be my last GP whenever. Since the NA boys have bullied me out of competing, unfortunately. They all cried a little bit too much to the admins about it. Unfortunately, I feel like it's just some bruised egos by being beaten by me. But it is what it is. Old man can't have fun these days. Oh. I'm not sure if this... I mean, obviously you want to check up there, so you don't lose all your speed into the face of the wall. But I see a world where you get the front wheel up high enough to where you keep your speed. That would be rapid. I can't really give any tips on how to improve unless I have seen you play. That's the biggest difference, is everyone's very, very different. The only... It's not even a tip, it's just common sense at some point. It's just you have to dedicate time. And don't just play the game for the sake of playing. Like, if you want to improve, actively try to get better, so work on different things. Like, if you make mistakes and crash, go into replay, work out where it went wrong, try to change it again for next time you hit that section. And eventually over time you'll just pick up all these different little things and how you're meant to play. And the good thing about this game is you can have different styles as well, different riding styles, so it's not one size fits all, it's not only one way to go quick. Some people will ride an entire track without sitting down anywhere, some people will sit down and tank stuff all over the place, some people like banging it off the limiter, some people like bogging the bike and keeping the momentum. So there's multiple ways of going about it, it just depends what ends up working for you. I think that my style and the way I play the game lends more to doing well in a racing perspective than it does in overall speed, which is probably why it's I know people always moan when I call myself washed, because I'll say that, oh, I'm washed, I'm shit at the game, and then I'll go and get like a second at the NA race at Keegums, for example, on Monday. But then whenever I call myself washed, I'm purely comparing lap times, like quali laps, because that's all I tend to look at, and then I completely disregard actual race results, because I think I'm more of just a racer than a hot lapper. I think biggest difference is my race times only end up being like 2 seconds slower than my quali times, whereas people that qualify 2 seconds faster than me, their race times might be 4 seconds slower than their quali time. So it kind of ends up evening out, so I end up a bit more competitive in that sense. But it's very, very hard to keep up with youth. They are rather cracked at the video game. I try my best. I do try. Give up on the game? No, you can't get to the gate. Oh. That's odd. I don't know if it's again because people were leaving and rejoining on the same bike that maybe it just thinks all the gates are occupied. Or leave and rejoin on a different bike that thinks the gates are occupied. Try again after this, Christas, because the server's going to go down and go up again after this because we're changing track. That still happens. Oh, I actually don't know what the next track is just yet. I need to have a little scroll through. See what ones will be good for the two strokes, really. I'm half tempted. I know it's going to be, again, a very polarizing statement, because some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it. I am almost tempted to do a handful of paid tracks. And I know it wouldn't be exact practice for people, because obviously we are riding two strokes. But next GP round is at Matterley Basin, and if you remember, the MX of Nations track that we got in game last year was at Matterley Basin. So it could be worth practicing on that one a little bit. I know we're on two strokes and not on the 450 bikes that, or 254 strokes that people are going to be racing on it, but it might be worth giving people a chance just to get some practice in ahead of qualifying and racing it. Because I know it's different track creators, but based on the tracks we've had so far this year, I do think that B-Clay and JV do have very similar just build styles overall in terms of the height map. So I don't think it'll be that much different from the one that we have in game already. I think it'll be toned down a little bit. The one we've got in game is quite rough and brutal. But it's going to be the same layout. And we do have a little bit of an ongoing rivalry right now between the handsome trio of BP, Cam and Rusper on who can go the fastest. Basically, they're all very, very close together. I think this track's forming really nicely as well. It's only on 0.1 here road, but it's starting to come into shape now. Some of the bumps are getting smoothed out a little. The ruts seem to hold you a little bit better. I don't know for a fact, but it does feel like once you dig down a little bit in the sand and you remove like that top layer of soil, it does feel like you have more grip a lot of the time. I'm kind of gaming right now, though. Wes in P2's also doing really, really well. He's only 4 seconds off. Oh, I say that. Don't crash. Thank you. Just got a little bit off balance going into the corner over the bumps. I'm surprised my bike didn't explode going over that rut. That's usually a very likely outcome on some of these older tracks as well, just the way that the corners and ruts are built. Oh my god, how did I get so much extra drive that time than the previous like 3 laps that we've done? I could have scrubbed that and still got over it no problem. I must have had quite a stinky race actually, because I'm still 2 seconds up for my best lap of the race, even with that big mistake earlier. Oh, W lappers again. Got to put the hand up in the air, thank you sir. Let's try inside here. It's actually pretty damn good. I usually always go outside and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure the guy in the white rider gear just there that we just passed, I lapped him in exactly that same place on the last lap, last race. Nice. Tracks goated, JV needs to make tracks like this again. He's just a very busy man. Very, very busy man. He literally makes every single competitive track in this game. I don't know if he has a hand actually on the Supercross side of things. I don't know if he does the texturing for the Soupy tracks, but he does the models and texturing, well, some of the texturing on the GPs right now. He's also going to be involved in that exact same thing on the AMA outdoors rounds. Blood has a full 9 to 5. It's probably more than 9 to 5. And actually, I don't know how he does it, because I'm pretty sure he still works his day job unless he's quit. That sounds like a very random controller, Andreas. I'll be surprised if anyone else has used that. I am of the opinion, unless you're going to go spend like silly money on a scuff, the standard, let's say an OEM controller, just normal controllers are the way to go. I think they're the best for the job. Like the amount of controllers I bought for a period of time when I first broke my Xbox controller when I played Sim, and they just never do what you want. Like they've always got like weird dead zones or stick drifts, or the triggers don't work exactly how you want them to. So I've just always ended up getting standard stuff now. Only 7 days off of 25 months. I swear you've only just recently renewed membership, Chris. How's it been like 23-ish days already ago that you did it? That's crazy. I can put the controller overlay on. Yes, thank you for reminding me. There we go. Wiggle the stick so it connects. Nice. So, we are... I should get the track link for you first. What would it be called? MXBON or just MXON? MXBON? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so please don't hate me because it's a paid track, but I promise we will also be doing more non-paid tracks today. So don't go out of your way to buy a list just to get into these lobbies, because there's many, many more lobbies that you'll be able to get into, and I'll feel bad if you do buy it and then download it and don't have time to get into the server anyway, so you've technically wasted your money there. Please don't do that. But if you do have this track already, then it is there. You can see which one it is. Oh, God. And yeah, we're going to do basically exactly the same thing. I am going to come off of the modern bikes. I'm still going to leave the server open to whatever two strokes that you want, but I am going to come off of this gas, and I'm probably going to go on like the classic KX. So I think it's this one, MXBON 2024 Pro. I'm going to keep it to 3 laps again. I'm going to keep the road to 0.1, and I think everything else should be able to stay the same. Where's... there it is, classic MX1. Oh yeah, that's a fair point, Kurt. Yeah. No, that's fair. I forgot that people would be buying it ahead of time to practice for Monday. Yeah, I do. I'm usually not a big advocate of people practicing on old tracks because of muscle memory and stuff, but I do think that practicing on this track will help you a lot for the GP race on Monday. What's the password? 69. Haha, so old, so immature. 30-year-old man. Sex jokes. Yeah, 2 tracks only tonight, Rufio. Rusper was demanding it, so that's what we're rocking with. Trying to see how important left-right lean is. Very situational, I guess. My general rule of thumb is on flat ground, I counterlean a lot. In ruts, I don't really counterlean at all. But then if it's like a really bumpy rut, I will lean forwards and counterlean a tiny bit. So let's pretend I'm taking a left-hander, so my left stick's turning left. If it's a flat corner, I'll be like sat down and waiting the outside peg. If it's a flattish corner but it's a rut, I'll probably just sit down and then barely move it at all because the bike locks itself into place quite well. But then if it's a really rutted, bumpy corner, really bumpy, rutted corner, then I'll stand up and probably like lean forwards and diagonally up a little bit to try and like force the front end down into the ground. Otherwise, the front wheel goes too light over all the bumps and you'll wobble and fall onto the floor. Right, we'll try and give this bad girl a go. I am pretty sure these classics are slower than the modern ones, and a good way of testing it... Oh, some TM love right there. Nice. A good way of testing it is trying to hit this little uphill triple just to our left. My bad, pimp. Just to our left. Because... Where is it? Over here. I was only just getting it on the gas earlier on before the stream started, so let's try it on this bad boy. Definitely, it doesn't turn as sharp as the gas does, so I need to remember that. Oh no, we're good, we're getting over it. I did have to hit the corner quite well, but it's doable, it's fine. Why have you changed your name, Sonny? You think the classics feel better? Definitely look better. Again, I say it every time I ride this Kawasaki, but this bike is like my favourite bike of all time in terms of looks, so I would happily own one of these IRL. Oh my goodness, man's almost taken my head off. Gearing's definitely shorter on this one than it is on the modern ones. I might have to dabble with that a little bit. You end up losing quite a lot of time if you're shifting gears a lot on this track and game. Oh, front end's gone. Yeah, let me just make it a little bit longer. Only a tiny bit. May just be a visual thing. I mean, maybe. I mean, look good, feel good. Right, oh yeah, that's... Third gear is very short. Which way do I want to go? That's too much. 60, that's too much. Oh, we'll just tone it down a little. We can't tone it down a little bit. Oh yeah, I forgot you can't. Never mind, I'm an idiot. Wondering what I was doing wrong. Let's try 59 mile an hour in third gear. That's what I usually go based off for my gearing, is just the speed of second and third, since those are the gears you use the most anyway. Been experimenting with a bit of a longer gearing in my outdoors testing that I've been doing on the 450s, and it definitely helps for being nice and smooth. The only issue then is if you do make a mistake, you haven't got like all of that bottom end to be able to get going again, so it takes a little bit of time. I've got good memories of this track from my teammates carrying me to a nation's victory, because I was riding like absolute dog cheeks. Oh, man down. There you go, corners like this is where I stand up and kind of lean forwards in the opposite direction a bit to try and force that front end down. Unfortunately, I was just turning too much there, so the front end done exactly what KN done behind me. You see that bump right in the middle of that rut? People turn too much and then their front ends get into it. Is that a wild boy I see? That is a wild boy I see. He's getting his practice in for the GPs. Cameron Evans. Rusper, why are you on the old Honda, Rusper? I thought you'd want to be competitive. Honda's a bit on the slower side. I went to the driving range again this morning as well. And in the past, I've been pretty mid with my irons, but then very, very good with like hybrid wood driver. However, today was a complete role reversal. I was hitting my irons very, very pure. And most of the time, they actually went straight. I still hit the occasional, we'll call it a fade. It's not a slice as such, but we're still hitting the occasional accidental fade. But no, they was going really, really well. But then I couldn't hit my other clubs for shit today, and I don't know why. But my hands are in, like, bits, to be fair. And I think I go through them too, I hit through all the balls too quickly in terms of I don't like chill out and take a little break every now and then. So my hands get like sweaty and then worn down, but it's like I've got a tiny little blister on the inside of my ring finger. I've got a little blister on the front of my middle finger here. I've got a huge one on the inside of my thumb here as well. And it's like, if I'm getting all of these blisters and stuff, surely my grip is just very wrong. But then how can the grip be wrong if, like on the irons for example, the ball is going straight and far? I don't get it. There was about 3 shots that I hit today that genuinely made me smile. You know when you hit it so flush you just don't feel it come off the club. And I don't get that very often because I'm pretty stinky at golf. But I had a couple of them today. There's one in particular I remember I hit my 6 iron. It was just, it might be the best shot that I've ever hit. I was so happy with it. But then, surely my grip can't be that wrong if I've done that. No, I don't believe this track is open to the public at all. I think it only gets used for GPs and then Nations when it's on it. But no, I've never ridden here at all. No, that's a lie. No, I think, well, it's not open for like practice at all, but I swear there's been races other than just GPs and stuff there. Maybe it's just like the support races at GPs. Maybe I'm thinking of something completely different. But no, I've never ridden there. You think I'm gripping it too hard? That could be a thing. Something that I was focusing on quite a lot today. So I've notoriously had a really bad slice. So I've been just experimenting with little things here and there each time I go. And something that worked really well for me today is really take my time on getting the grip in my left hand good and solid in the right way, and then bringing the right hand on afterwards, but trying to hold it more gentle, because I found that with a lot of my slicing it was from me giving too much input on my right hand and right arm, so it was causing me to come across the ball. Whereas as soon as I started loosening that up a little bit and letting the left hand lead it all, that's when I started hitting them straight. But then the one on my thumb, for example, feels like it's because I wasn't holding the grip tight enough and it almost like slipped out as I hit it. So it's like slipped out really quickly and hard and it's caused like a blister to form. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to be one of the people that rocks up with 2 gloves, because obviously then you'll probably get some funny looks. 2 gloves is only for the winter. But it's like now I wouldn't be able to go tomorrow if I wanted to. I wouldn't be able to go Friday if I wanted to. Maybe I'd be able to go at the weekend because my right hand is just in bits. Where left hand, absolutely fine. No issue with left hand at all. The track before this, if you, on MXB mods, if you just type in Netherlands, it will come up for you. So 2021 MXGP in Netherlands. I've got, for the clubs that I have, just while everyone's finishing sinking in, I'm a TaylorMade slut. I went all out, got all the gear and no idea, but now I'm finally coming into my own with them. It's all TaylorMade. I need to try and find the exact ones. I want to say it's P770s, the black ones. Yeah. It is these. Will you be able to... Oh, here we go. Yeah, so I've got these. I've got this from... Got a pitching wedge, and then it's 5 up to 9. And then I've got like the Sim Max 2 hybrid wood driver. So yeah, I went full tailor-made everything. And I really struggled with them at first, because obviously the face of them are much smaller than other clubs. But now that I'm actually starting to hit it well, they feel so much nicer. But it might just be the grip. It might be the grip on them. So, but I don't know if I want to go through the hassle and the money of replacing grips on all the clubs if that isn't the issue, and it's something that I can change myself. Right. We are all set and good. Did I just see... For some reason I thought I saw it say Kenza join the lobby. I was like, damn, we're getting some fast boys in here. Right. Race 2. Turn that off. I actually don't know what my putter is. I don't know the exact name of it. I'm one of them people where I could use like I'd happily use a like crazy golf putter if I had to. I don't think they make too much of a difference. I think there's way too much money gets spent on putters. I have got the TaylorMade TP Black Del Monte or Del Mont. That is the one that I've got. But yeah, people spending like almost $1,000 on Scotty Scheffler putters and like lab putters and stuff. It's just a little bit excessive to me. It's like I've got another putter in my bag, which was literally my granddad's from when he was younger and used to play. And when I say it looks like a putter that you would use at mini golf, it is. It's just that. It's so simple, and it does exactly the same job. Oh, double clutch by mistake. I didn't move. I would love a bit. I think it's Respucia though, not Rasputia. But oh, Norbit's a goated film. Very niche reference. I don't think that many people would have ever seen Norbit in it. I think it's more of an older generation. We've got Aiden in here as well. He's getting his GP practice in. I don't know how I've survived that. I'm actually really proud of everybody that we've all stayed in our lines. Proud father moment. Oh, now I'm the one crossing over. Right, do not take off on this jump on the far left. It will boot you to the moon. Oh, where's his bike gone? It's fine, he's there. Don't really want to go inside here. I think outside's way better. But actually, no, it shouldn't matter too much because we can't quad up the hill on these things. We just have to triple. Gonna cut over. Take that line away. What the... Oh, Aiden! Why is Blood going inside? Actually, no, he wouldn't have had the chance to... Well, he might have, I don't know. I don't know if he had the chance to proper play this track when Nations was going on. Around the outside there is the ideal line. Oh, got on top of the rut. Sketchy. This is the jump that a bunch of people knobbed themselves on at Nations. I don't know if any of the actual pros did, but in like the support classes and the 125 class and stuff like that, a lot of people crashed on that table. Yeah. We love... Dashback's going to be very happy right now. We love... I don't know why I'm going around the outside, it's so slow. We love seeing a TM leading the charge. Lane's on my booty cheeks. Nope. Over into the bows you go. Oh, I didn't mean to run in that deep. I was trying to outbrake Aiden. I almost ran up the back of KN. Gentle, 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 gentle. Go, 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 go. Boing. Oh no, oh no, oh no. It's fine, it's good. Oh, good race going on so far. Maybe we need to stay away from the 450s always. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought the bike was going to go away from me. I've taken an awful line there. Which ruck do you want? All of them. Back on the track, Linda. balance again. Got to go around the outside, got to give it up to him. Oh, now he goes outside. He's listening. He knows. He's in the stream. He's got the drive. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Oh no. Oh, that was a... I'm so happy he went beside me. I would have wiped out so many people then with cross jumps. I'm gonna lock in a little bit here. Cayenne's barking. Give him some room. Try and stay on the right hand side. Right, got the pass made. Now I can drift over to the left again. Oh, that was a heavy landing. He's back up the inside. I'm going to try and go around the outside. Oh, I'm coming in hot. Aiden's dropped off. He must have made a mistake. Oh, Cayenne's down. The pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Oh, a little bit too fast out of that rut. Please don't crash. No. No, they're coming. The posse. Aiden, someone just got together in there. Oh, I don't know why I'm in fourth. I shouldn't be. There's no need. I don't remember this track being this fun before, like at Nations. I guess when we were still on the old bikes, they probably weren't quite as sturdy, but these ones handle the bump so much better. Actually, no, I remember playing this track after the 19s first came out, and then, because we was testing like the grip and everything, and we're sliding all over the place. It's interesting how you just get used to things, because it just feels like I've got loads of grip around here now instead. Oh, front end almost went. Oh, it almost went again. Save me. That's why I try and lean forward so much, because even if the front end does go a little bit, if you're leant forwards and kind of pushing the weight down into the ground, it almost like forces the front wheel to re-straighten itself up. It's like, no, you will not tuck on me today. You will go in a straight line. Yeah. No. Oh, fell out of the rut. Back in. Go, 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 go. Yeah. Tarsner. Oh. The more, I know this isn't anything to look into, but I'm more referring to how the NA races have gone, the 2 GP races that I've done so far this year. It has filled me with so much more confidence ahead of the outdoors season than I had before doing them races. Because I just thought, oh, I'm going to have no practice, I'm going to be way off the pace. And I know that it's hard to compare NA and EU because they're just completely different sets of riders. So a second in NA could be a first in EU, but it could also be like a fifth in EU. I have no way of telling or comparing. But it makes me feel better about my own abilities ahead of the outdoor season. Old man kind of still got it. Got it in the locker. Will he still have it in the locker in like another 10 years? Probably not. Imagine I need glasses by then. My left eye still barely works as is. Oh, well, I made fifth. Let's go back down to fourth. No need for that. Actually, we'll go down to third. God, that's so difficult to hit that rut nice. Just because of how choppy it is the whole way, the bike's just constantly trying to fight you. A very fine line between going fast and just trying to be smooth as well. Oh no, I'm in fourth. Felt like I should have shifted up, but that's because there's so much chop that my back end's just like constantly lighting itself up, so it feels like I'm on the limit when I'm actually not. There's all them tiny little times that it wasn't lighting the back end up and it was on the actual normal ground. It was fine, it was in the right rev range. That was a good race. I actually really enjoyed that one. Ah, thank you for replying to Storm there for me, Fuzzy. Dash bought the rights to a 2025 TM model a few weeks ago for 5k. For real? As in, like, contacted TM themselves? That's pretty cool. I mean, hey, if it looks nice in first person, then get a cheeky model swap for me on the go and I'll run it in game. I just don't want to run the actual TM because the way it's been built in the game is just awful. But from like a aesthetic perspective, I think it's nice. I do like the TMs. No, I'm not a big fan of the whole pink vibe that they've gone for recently, though. I'll admit. I know my bike is a little bit on the girly pop side with the purple and stuff, but I don't think I'd want to go full pink everything. Oh, he bought someone else's model. Was it just Isaiah's model that he bought? I know them two work together on a fair few things. I know it's definitely going to be quite a love or hate thing with the pink. Some people will love it and some people will be like, nah, it's not for me. Right, how did this go then? So I believe, going based off the names in here, I think Rusper... Did I just see Ben leave? No. I think Rusper just beat. Oh, Ben's going to be fuming. He lost... No, wait, no, it's fine, it's fine. Oh my god, I was about to say I thought Ben just lost it on cuts, but no, it looks like Charlie had more cuts instead. That's very close there. He only beat him by a second once all them cuts came into play. So Ben very, very close on the back there. We're going to have to re-rack him, I think. I'm going to put it into practice just so people that weren't in can get in. The session shouldn't be full now, Swagger. You should be able to join. I've got 36 spaces set on the server, and I think we've got 29 people in here. So I'll give people like five minutes or so to join, let people spin their practice laps, and we'll go from there. Hey, we've got all night to do 3 tracks. I don't think that 2 4-lap races on a paid track is the end of the world. No, it's not too shabby. For the sake of playing something a little bit different, it's okay for now. There you go. Ning, 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 ning. What's the, hang on, I just need to check my calendar real quick. Promise I'm not just trying to be antisocial and just sit on my phone while streaming. I don't know what video it's on, because I haven't loaded it yet. I've just received a Instagram comment notification. And I'm all for people having their opinions. But I would like your guys' opinion on this opinion. I hate these games. You can case the piss out of it and triple out. So unrealistic. Play Supercross 25 instead. I don't know if I would put realistic and Supercross 25 in the same sentence. But again, people are entitled to their own opinions. Just not for me. As wonky as Bikes is, I do think, from a realism standpoint, it is better than Supercross, all of the Supercross games. And even if... So let's say the way to go fastest on MX Bikes might not be realistic. If you want MX Bikes to be realistic, and play in like a VR, turn all of the like assists off and everything, you can do. You have the ability to do that. Whereas you can't on Supercross. Hi Marcel, the sound mod, I was just said, but I'll say it anyway. If you go into the description of this stream, it's at the very, very bottom of the description. So I'm just looking at dates, sorry, so Saturday. When's payday for everyone usually? So I think mine's on the 25th this month, which is a Friday. Isn't it? Do people usually get paid right at the start of a month, or do they get paid like the last Friday of a month? We'll see. See, it's 30th, it's like the end. Interesting. Hello, Boogie. I'm quite happy with how the hair's been going right now, to be fair. It's getting thicker. The issue that I have, which is why I'm tempted just to wait to show it off for another few months, is because of the lights that I have, two in front of me and one right above my head, you can't actually see a difference. It still looks really bad, but it's like if I go and look in the mirror, like you can see it all coming through. And in the same way that when I saw Ols, actually, I think that was the first time that I saw Ols since I had it done, or when I went racing at Fat Cats. Like, the first thing he said to me was, "Oh, that looks better in person." I was like, "Oh, thanks, mate. Might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me." But yeah, it takes time, but I'm happy with the progress so far. Damn, you're on weekly, Outlaw. I don't think many people had weekly anymore. I thought it was all monthly now. Right. I am seeing... Wait, did Connor leave and rejoin, or was he always here? Because he was in the last... No, I think it was just in the last... No, he did. Because he got cuts last week. Boys, why are we leaving and rejoining? Don't make me start kicking people for being on different bikes and then causing the server to bug out. I don't need the ag. I don't need the stress. Game crash, oh, that's fine then. You'll be on the same bike. I just get so nervous when I see people leave and rejoin. I don't know if it's like a crash, or if they have settings that they want to change, or if they're actually changing bikes. I will be honest, I much prefer riding this bike than the Gas that I just rode. And I don't know if that's just old versus new, or if the Gas just isn't great and the Kawie's really good. I don't know if it's like a general rule of thumb that the classic bikes is better. I don't like using the word better because it's all people's opinions, but feels nicer. I'm going to start this race when the timer at the top left goes to 9:53:00. So 1 minute and 15 seconds. Password is top center of your screen. Is the track worth buying? If you are racing MXGPs, then yes, because it's going to be very, very, very similar to what you're going to be racing on Monday. If you want it just to get into this lobby, at this point I would say no, because you'd have to buy it, download it, and try and join the game all within 52 seconds. But it is a nice track. It is good. I don't think I've played that Supercross track yet, so I don't know. I don't know if my frames are bad. The modern 252 strokes feel pretty loose compared to the classics and even the 450s. Yeah, there's something odd. Something odd about them that I can't put my finger on. I mean, I know the Yami and the Fantic are broken anyway. I think, like, if we take the KTM, for example, it's like the bike feels stiff, but then it's also loose at the same time, and you'd expect it to be loose. It's a two-stroke. But, I don't know, just don't get that level of comfortability that I feel on these older ones. I've been liking MTG quite a bit, Dustin. I mean, I can check real quick. I haven't played it for a couple of days just because I don't really want to burn myself out before the game even releases. So I've played 7.9 hours in total, and I last played it on April the 19th. Yeah, I've been enjoying it. I'm waiting for more updates to come out and to get like rider and things like that, and like full customization of steering settings. Because it's like I could probably sit there and put a couple hundred hours into it to try and be as good as I possibly can be. But then in like a month's time, the physics could be completely different once a rider's added in, so it's not much point in me grinding it yet. Feels top heavy? Yes. Yeah, there's a couple bikes in this game that I would describe as it feels like all of the weight is in your rider's head. So if you get a little bit off balance and all the weight's up here, it's like it wobbles you side to side rather than the weight being down and keeping the bike planted. How much COD do I watch? I mean, most weekends when there's like when the CDLs actually go, oh my god, I'll dabble. I won't sit and watch it religiously all the way through every single stream, but like if it's, let's say it's on Friday night, I will go back through and like skim through all of the games from like the Skunk Watch Party the next day if I miss any of it. Yeah, I watch a decent amount. But then I only watch the games I'm really interested in. So if it's like that's great ping netcode. That's great. I'm very pleased. If it's an Optic game or a Thieves game or a FaZe game, or if it's like a Ravens game, not Ravens. Jesus Christ! If it's a Falcons game at the moment, just I like seeing what's happening with them. See, this race might not be as enjoyable because now I've got to try and dodge a bunch of people. Oh, I think it might have been Bray that I hit, because I saw some dark yellow ping, and he's the only one that I can see with that yellow ping right now. Yeah, bro flung me. I've got to try and make a comeback. Unfortunately, Aiden is in the lead right now. He's got the start that I wanted. Oh, you can see how choppy it's getting. It's like getting, it's been choppy, it's just getting choppier. Oh, there's a kicker forming at the top of that. Holy. Kane's not had as good of a start as last time either, so he's got to try and work his way through. I think that was Charlie's bike that just rolled off the side of the track there. He's not going to be happy. Tim Geiser to the inside! Nope, didn't do it. That's why I'm not a multi-time world champion. Oh my goodness. Call me Axel. Land on the back wheel, carry the wheelie. Him if he's coming so hot. I mean, you know what? It was a clean pass. It was heads up riding by Charlie. He's going for him. He's going for him. Oh, let me inside. It was heads up riding by Charlie as well to actually brake and let him if he go, because I think if he didn't, they would have both gone down. Oh god, what lines am I taking here? I don't know what's out here. Oh, these bumps are unreal. Is this just like a goated track for racing on? Because everyone's having some really nice back and forth battles here. Oh, we've got two people inside of each other again. Oh, Kean was not a very happy man in aerial pits the other day. He was not. Wait, was it Monday? I think it was Monday. He wasn't particularly vibing with the Keegham's racetrack. He'd been in the wrong gear, which is ruining me quite often. Let's try a tight inside down here, because I keep going second, right? See if this middle inside one's any better. Got on top of it again. So scared. I don't want to lean the bike over too far and then cause the front end to knife, but I'm going the opposite way where I'm not leaning over far enough. I'm very happy with that pass. I didn't expect to make it, but I'm happy with it. That's now just showing me that I haven't got to go around the outside in that corner like I have been every lap, because I can still get up and over the triple at the top. And these boys got a lot of cuts. Thank you very much, Mr. Anonymous, for the 5. I very appreciate you, sir. Hope your day is going splendid. We've got Big Buster Breezy. Breezy's on... I don't know if he's on a 125 or if he's on 250. Should be able to tell by the sound if I get near him. I mean, he's wheelied out of a corner. That's got to be a 250. Can't wheelie on a 125 in this game. They're too slow. Taking these scumbaggy low lines off the side. Public lobbies, isn't it? You're allowed to get away with it. Oh no, it does sound very, oh! Sorry, Breezy. That sound very 125-y. In which case he's barking. Hang on, I'll have a little look over at chat in the air. What we got here? Oh, thank you very much, Proxy. Hang on, I'll, what lap are we on? I'll read that at the end of this next lap. It's quite a long one there. Thank you very, very much. Oh, no! Oh! Nah, it's 250. No, it's not. No, it is a 125. I was about to say you got incredible drive out of that corner, but yeah, it just hasn't got the oomph to get, oh my god, hasn't got the oomph to get up and over the triple. Got to stretch it out. Look at him. Arsner. Oh, oh no. Oh, I can't stop. Oh. Lane's kind of moving out in front. Yeah, definitely a 125. Now we're on the fast bits of the track. Getting barked on by a kid on a 125, just like me riding in real life. No, no, no. You cannot cut under me, sir. That's my line. Yeah, I've made no progress towards the lead in this race. If anything, Aiden's just pulled away further from me each lap. So I have found my limit of speed. I'm fine. I'm not fine. God damn it. Oh, the way this game pings you out of ruts like that is so frustrating sometimes. I'd love to just be able to ride over it if I was messing up and then carry on about my day. No, you're gonna hit the big ping. Oh no, oh, it's all gone apart. The wheels have fallen off. Oh god, what's going on there? What was being waited on. It always scares me when I see people doing that, but I think Taro was just trying to be a good lapper. Yeah. Finito. Right, sorry, Proxy, let's have a little read. Love the merch, by the way. Quality shirt, brand, and the wife actually complimented me on the dad hat. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Thank you very much for buying both a shirt and a hat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is Breezy not streaming now? I don't think so. Hello, Emma. So the because I have had the question a lot so far about MTG killing bikes and people talking about the modability and stuff like that, and people don't think MTG is going to work because of the model that they're going with, but they're trying to use that model in MX Bikes terms. So if they say no user-made tracks in MTG, people think it's going to be like, right, well, the only reason people play MX Bikes still is because of user-made tracks. Like, no one would play the game if it was just Barbosso tracks only. But what you don't understand is the people that are playing these user-made tracks in this game right now, even on the track we're on actually right now, to prove my point, 90% of the time we are playing on tracks made by the people that are making MTG. And it's not going to be a case of, oh, here you go, there's 10 tracks at game launch and that's it forever. They are trying to be as iRacing as possible, I believe, where there's just consistent track updates, like tracks coming out over time. So I don't think it's going to be a real case of getting bored super quickly at all. Of course, you might get burnt out a little bit if you're playing the same tracks over and over, but let's say if a track comes out once a week, worst case scenario, and it's a super high quality track, I don't think that's a really bad thing at all. I really don't. I don't see any reason why they'd make it so you couldn't mod what your bike looks like or your rider gear looks like. I think that should be fully custom as well. But I don't see as big of an issue with the whole track thing as people are making out to be. I know not everyone is familiar with the way iRacing does things, but iRacing's been out for like almost 2 decades at this point, and it's still like one of the most popular car racing games on the planet. So I'm sure if they were able to do it without user-made tracks, then other games will be able to as well. No, not tonight, Swagger. We're just doing standard 2-stroke races tonight. All for Rusper. I did see, by the way, as well, just to keep everyone updated on the beef, Rusper did in fact beat Ben in that race as well. Right. Somebody suggested the next track be, and I don't mind this, because it always gets asked for when we do a limbs, but it's not a good limb track, but it is a good track just for public races. This is a track I am going to get my pooper pushed in on, because I'm not very good around this track at all. Yes, obviously it's still very early days. I mean, we've still got like 8 months until the game even releases. So a lot of this is all just theorizing, because nobody actually knows. I think the devs are actually still deciding on what format they want to go with it. But I did just see someone in chat say they could do it where like users, so people like you and I, we have the ability to make tracks if we want to, and then we submit them to the devs, and the devs can give like a yes or no and then put it in their game, rather than it being like MXB mods where anybody can upload anything that they want at any time. But that could be a good way of going about it as well. Hello, Carlos. Don't know if we have many Slovenians in here, actually. You might be the only one, or one of the only ones. Glad to have you here. Right, what was I going to type in? Motopark is what I was going to type in. Doing a mouse Motopark. We've got Drumclog Motopark, Fat Cat Motopark, Mordor Motopark, Just Motopark, Mouse Motopark. There it is. Pack it up, pack it in. Let me begin. I did just say to people during those lobbies to not buy the track just to get into the lobby. Those were my exact words. So I apologise that you weren't able to get in, but we do 2 tracks on each track and then move on. Again, you shouldn't be buying it just to play in the lobbies. So you buy it if you want to buy it and play it for yourself as well. $8 months. Would you give me your pre-order back? But boys, like, I feel like you boys are getting angry at things you shouldn't get angry at. All of the information that you need is there. So if you've pre-ordered a game that says it's going to come out in fall of 2025, and then you're upset that it comes out in fall of 2025, I don't think that's the game's fault. Like, you can't just buy things and not read stuff properly and know what you're getting yourself in for. I wish it was 40% off, Fuzzy. 4%, unfortunately. No, I do not know Heisa personally, but I saw him in the chat earlier, and he did gift a membership. Yeah, come on, you can't pre-order something, not look to see when the game actually comes out, and then get annoyed when you find out when the game actually comes out. Got to do a little bit of due diligence sometimes. Yeah, I don't really think race has anything to do with that, unfortunately, Slimy. But yeah, you do you. Can you... Oh no, I might just have to double that. I don't know if you can get the speed to hit that as a triple on these things. It's a bit of a stretch sometimes, even on a 450. Why does this thing feel slower now? I'm 99% sure it's exactly the same soil type I've just put on the same setup. And now it feels like I'm not moving. Tried to hit an Oppo, realised that I'm not tiling. My Oppo game is very weak. No! Bro did not bring the whip back properly. I have a very, very controversial opinion on things like this. And the reason that it's controversial is because I'm an old man, and the era I was brought up in had a very different way of going about video games than the current era that we are in. My mind, and please hear me out, boys, before you start going at my throat for this, because I'm purely just voicing my opinion and what I see and how I feel about it. My mind cannot comprehend how people can go on TikTok or Instagram, can see a video of a game that has very, very good looking graphics, and go, and their brain comments going, is this free? Now, the reason that I'm kind of learning myself that they can quite easily ask that is because we do now live in a time where most games are just generally free to play and people just purchase the cosmetic side instead. So I'm talking about your Fortnites, or maybe obviously not all of Call of Duty, but if you just wanted to play Warzone, and like people buy battle passes and all sorts of different cosmetic stuff to make stuff look different, and that's how they earn their money. However, when I was buying and playing games growing up, you paid like your $40 to $60, whatever it was, let's say, for your Call of Duty as your base game, and then every couple of months you then paid an additional like 15 or 20 for a DLC pack which had like new maps and shit like that. So when I see people saying, is this free, is that free, this should be free, this must be free or it won't do well, I don't know, I don't think annoyed is the right word. It's just a difference in opinion in how you think people should approach things. Because whether you like it or not, the Supercross games have a massive amount of funding that goes into them. Motocross the game does not. Majority of that funding is coming straight from Nico himself, and a lot of that money has been earned through things like MX Bike Shop, for example, and that is now being reinvested into the overall motocross gaming community as a whole to get a brand new game. He's got servers to pay for, he's got a whole development team to pay for, all sorts of like weird licensing stuff, and probably so many different things that we don't even think about in the background of making a game. And that money won't last forever. It will come to an end. It has to be used on things. So if it's a case of when tracks or gear come out and you have to pay $1 or $2 for each one, some people look at that in a really annoyed way, and it's like, oh, they're just money hungry. So it's like, well, if that wasn't the case, you wouldn't be playing the game to begin with. And it's a similar argument to what I use when I see people complaining about paid tracks in MX bikes, and it's like, oh, this track should be free. And it's like, well, if this track was free, you wouldn't be playing it because it wouldn't exist. The reason that it exists is because it's a paid track. So it's like you either pay your $1 or $2 for someone's time and effort and hard work in creating something that you yourself wouldn't be able to create, or you don't buy it. That's the two options. Because it wouldn't exist otherwise, so you either get it or you don't. So it's, I don't know. It's not meant to come off as, like, really horrible or anything like that. That's just how I look at things. But, yeah, the amount of people that want everything for free these days is insane. But I think it's just the way that way that gaming has gone with free-to-play games, but it's not like a Fortnite, you know? Like, the money has to come from somewhere. So if you don't like the method, no one forces you to buy it or to like it. It's up to your own discretion. But then you can't hate on the way they want to do it that other people will support. Are you 29 as well, Cray? Makes me like you even more, knowing you're a fellow OAP like me. It's like, if we was to look at things in MX Bikes terms, the reason we don't get constant MX Bikes, actual MX Bikes tracks from the dev, from Paboso, like game updates and stuff like that, and they don't ask for it to be paid, and the game's like a little bit less money. I think it's like $30, $40, something like that, rather than the 60 that MTG is going to be, is because it's made by 1.5 people rather than a full dev team. Most of the base work of the game already existed in GP Bikes, so it's not like it started from the very beginning from scratch. And you've seen how much the game gets updated. It's not like they're slaving away every hour of every single day on it. So I don't think it's fair to compare the two. And the reason that I'm getting a bit defensive about it is mostly because the people that are working on Motocross the game are people that I have a very good relationship with and friendship. You know, like, I've met them in person. They're very, very nice people. They deserve for it to be successful. So when I do see people kind of dookie on stuff before it even exists and trying to compare it to things that aren't even comparable, it does annoy me a little bit. Like, yeah, time is worth a lot. And if you want to get proper technical about it, like, yeah, let's say, for example, my Moto 101 track is probably nowhere near as good as 99% of the tracks that are on the shop. I'd say it's probably one of the worst tracks on the shop because of my skill level. But what is it, like $1.50? If I added up all of the hours and charged you minimum wage for that, you'd be paying like over $200 for it. Way over 200, because it took me a very long time. So yeah, it's an interesting argument. And unfortunately, I feel like the wanting stuff for free argument does come from some of the younger players, but I also know that a lot of the players are younger because, you know, young people play video games. It's just how it works. But it is a different mindset, a different way of looking at things. Sorry for all the yapping. I will start a race now. I went on a bit of a tangent there. Again, I'm not trying to come across as horrible or rude or anything. I'm just expressing my opinion on it because other people seem to express theirs as well. Paboso is one person. The reason I say 1.5 people is because there is another dev who done like the base tracks, and he does like some other rider stuff, so he's not as involved as Paboso is, but he's like part of it. Which not many people know about him, to be fair. Then it shows you how yes and no people are, because some people are saying no, MTG is going to be shit, I'm not buying it, and then there's other people that have donated like $500 to be an alpha backer and stuff like that, and it's like, it shows that people do want a really good game. And I said this a super long time ago, but I feel like it's a relevant time to mention it again. I know you've got like your MX Bikes and your MX Simulator purists who think their game will be the best game forever, and we keep getting like the mid games, in my opinion, like the new Supercross games. Eventually, within our lifetimes, at some point, it is inevitable, a new best motocross game will come out. So instead of being super negative about MTG before it's even released, why not be hopeful that that is the game that's going to be the new best game that comes out? Because if Sim's over 15 years old now, there's no shot by the time like I'm 70, if we go another 40 years time from now, MX Simulator will be well, he's getting removed, will be 55 years old. It's not still going to be the best motocross game, so like, something will take its place eventually, you know? Right. Who do I need to kick then? Oh, it's Kian! Oh, the body that got kicked from Ariel is now being a dickhead in my server. We're up, Kian. You're not a bad Irish roadman. You are just an annoying child. Stop ruining other people's days. You've got better things to do on your Wednesday afternoon. Jesus Christ. Yeah, back to it, after now I've unfortunately been removed from the lead by absolute twats. OEM released 26.2, yeah. That's probably one of the sad things as well, is obviously this is very theoretical and hypothetical, because MX bikes probably won't even be a thing in 40 years' time. But can you imagine how that just means the community is going to have to carry that game for another 40 years? Like, that's nuts. Oh, keep it alive, we're fine. Oh, I'm so sorry. Who's this I'm getting sketchy in front of? Mr. Cow. Yo, yeet. I am going all the way outside here, so I apologise whoever's on my left. But I don't really know another line to take there. Oh, Russ was having a good race. Yeah, I thought I should back off there. It would have been stupid for me to try and stay committed to that one. Damn, since when's that inside been so fast? Fair enough. Look at Cow taking the alternative lines. Nice. Damn, Cow's kind of barking. That's the thing, like, people love Mouse Motor Park. There's so many fast people around it. Aiden's always done really well around here, especially in the elimination races that we have done. We've got Aiden, Rusper, and old Linda, 1, 2 and 3, all from the UK, doing it up in the UK. Oh, you can see how much my back end's... Like, it feels like the back end's super stiff through there, it's just getting jolted. I am gonna... Oh no, front end! Oh, Jesus Christ, we're alive. So I wasn't going to bother going over to the left side there to change lines, because it's just far slower. I may as well check up and tuck in underneath. Damn, Gage is barking. Where's he coming? Oh, I'm sorry! Didn't mean to move over. I'm going to drop a position here. Keeper on track, Rusper. Damn, did I get cut? I did get cuts. Must have been on that little turn-in jump around halfway through the lap. I thought I was being well behaved. Oh no, you really can't triple that. Okay, I'm not going to go for that again. Oh, sick freeway battle going on here. Right, we're going to take a leaf out of Callum's book here. We're going to try and go on this inside. Oh, she's a bit rough on the exit. He's putting the squeeze on me. Didn't want to send that too far in case we cross-jump each other. Oh! I'm alive. Raspberry's not alive. Bro went 2 send. Yeah, we're doing a 2-stroke night tonight. As per Rusper's request. 2 strokes only all night long. And I'm guessing it's just because... God, I'm shit. I'm guessing it's just because it's bikes that we don't always ride. We've had some of the best battles around here so far in a very short amount of races tonight. And I think it's because everyone's just pretty mid on them. So they don't ride them very often. So it's like the skill gap has decreased because of that. Oh, Rusper over the bars. No, I completely agree with what you said there, Spoolie, as well. It's like there's literally over 1,000, I think, it's got to be close to 1,000 if you combine all of the tracks on like various compounds and stuff. 3 tracks on the game. But then you get people hitting you with the argument of, yeah, but they're not as good as the shop tracks. And it's like, well, yeah, that's why the shop tracks are paid, because they're very good quality. So you get into this very weird situation that they can't understand that, but then they want the best stuff for free, which is their argument. It's like, why? Why do you deserve that? Why? Like, are you royalty? Do you deserve everything for free? It's not the way the world works, unfortunately. Oh, I thought it was going straight over the bars then. Yeah, you're paying for people's time, same way that people pay to have their name and numbers put on gear by people. No one has an issue with that, and a lot of time that ends up being more expensive than buying a track, which has more time put into it. It's very strange. Very, very strange. Got some issues going on in that corner there. Bro is down bad. Stay in that middle rut, nice. I mean, Aiden's made some mistakes out in front, but we're already on the last lap. I've got no chance in catching up. Did I have a big crash at this? Oh no, I didn't have. Never mind. I was wondering if I had a crash on like the first lap, caused me to be behind, but it was Ian being an idiot, so I had to ejecto Cito from the lobby. I mean, 10 seconds behind's not terrible. I swear there was a period of time when people were getting like 1 minute 50-second lap times around here, and now we're up in the 206s because of how the game's changed. Hello, Soru. One thing I liked, Soru, I don't know if you saw my post in aerial pits earlier today. It was a clip from when I rode the Alta in the 2022 Supercross season. I see your name in chat. Always there. From back in the day. This place about to blow. Sorry, I'm just having a little bit of a scroll back through here as well to see people's opinions on my yapping about the whole pay system. So Nova Joe says here, it's like he's a father, you know, he works full-time job, and when he comes home he just wants to play a game that he likes, and then he sees a boot or skin that, and it's $2, he'd be annoyed by it. But it's like you're not, nobody's forcing you to buy that. You can still play the game you like. That's the thing. Is nobody's taking the game experience away from you. It's no different at all to if you was really into your Call of Duty and you see a skin on there that you like and you have to buy that, you know. So I don't know. I think it's just varying opinions. No one's right, no one's wrong. It's just how people feel. Then I also saw people saying like, oh, why is the game so expensive? It's $60. MX Bikes is half of that, and it's like, well, yeah, but the MX Bikes is an old engine. It's a 1.5-man team. It's very, I mean, yeah, it's very, very basic. You don't get any of these mods, you don't get any of these bikes, you don't get any of the skins with MX Bikes only, so you are paying for $30 worth of a game, whereas I think MTG would be $60 worth of a game. It's more modern, it's on different systems as well. I mean, the pricing structure of all games these days has changed. Like, when's the last time you bought a new game that was either not free to play or wasn't about $60? And Supercross 25 was $60, and I'd say that's just a reskin of the last 5 years worth of games. Was that race what? No, that was race 1. We got to do another one. Let me slap it back into practice. You're always going to be fighting an uphill battle, Cray, just because it's an EU server. Like, if you barely touch somebody, you're going to end up coming off worse, unfortunately. That's something that I experienced on my my last two races on NA. Was if I even just get breathed on by somebody, I end up going flying, so you got to try and stay as far away from everyone as possible. Using stock M. Oh, have I got Kaboso boots on? Yeah, I do. I think it's just to, because they look very old, they look quite retro. It was just to go with the whole classic bike theme. Yeah. I mean, we could also have a debate as well. So I know, like, track creators pay for things in their tracks, so then they want a little bit of money back for that. And I know people straight away go to, well, they should make it because they want to make it, not because they want to get money out of it. It's like, in the DDC series that everybody loved, like Aiden's Supercross tracks, Aiden was spending, like, between $200 and $400 per round just on the stadiums, like having the stadiums made for it. So it's like, yeah, you could do it out of the kindness of your heart, but you get to an extent where if you spent like $5,000-6,000 just to have as good quality tracks in the game as possible for people, you probably want a little bit back. Hello, Sterling. Boodum. Is Mr. Danilo Rossi. Oh, I was just thinking, Cray, as well, sorry, because I know you've got a very similar coloured name to Danilo right now, so you must have some sort of similar pings. I think the server's set to like 200 before you go invisible for people, so there could be periods of time on the track where you go from being a solid rider to then going invisible, so people will just be able to ride through you, so that could be why you're coming off worse in a lot of situations as well. I suppose the good thing that you guys can consider is, whereas if you really want to get into your car sim racing, you haven't got to set an insane amount of money, but it helps to get a wheel and pedals, even if it's just a simple Logitech one. And you haven't got to do that for motocross games at all. You just rock up on a controller, and I think they do a pretty good job at simulating real-world physics just through a set of joysticks. That's got to be the hardest thing when it comes to making a motorbike game, is how do you replicate the feeling of muscling round a very heavy motorbike with your entire body and translate that just into the thumbsticks on your controller to get like the right amount of feedback to know what the bike's doing underneath you. Like, that's got to be really, really hard. No worries, Steph. Catch you later. Oh no, I don't mind. Sorry, everyone's been all right in chat so far tonight. It's been on the track that we've had some questionable people. A race weekend IRL, you're spending a good 5 to 1,000 each weekend. Where are you riding, Rufio? Up 1,000 every. That seems a little bit of a stretch. Unless you're disgustingly good and you're going through like new tyres every single round, you're going hundreds of miles away, like travelling across the country, so you're putting in a disgusting amount of fuel. Like that does seem quite steep. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that server's full. It's a very popular track. All the boys have left. So Rustbill was like, two-stroke races, throw up a stream, Baldy, and he done like 3 races and then he dipped. So now I'm stuck playing MX Bikes. I mean, I'd rather probably be playing Call of Duty right now. Human. I love, because I've just seen you guys mentioning in chat right now, I love I'm not the only person that pays for their games in hours. And what I mean by that is if MX Bikes cost me $30 to $40, $40, whatever it is, and I've got 4,000 hours in it, how much does it cost me per hour to play the game? And that's more than justified. I love that other people use that same sort of mentality as well when they're paying for stuff. Not just games, but just things in general. It's like how much usage am I going to get out of this? Or it's like if you go riding and the track entry fee is like $40, and I do 4 different sessions, it's costing me $10 a time to ride. Is that worth it over it being like $50 and so on and so forth? Like I look at things like that quite often. I'll be live for another hour, I think. We've been going for 2 hours so far. 3 hours is usually 3 to 4 is usually where I tend to end things off. COD is but leak some more MTG footage. Again, I don't think MTG footage was leaked in the traditional sense. I'm pretty sure them boys pulled a little sneaky one and leaked it intentionally to build more hype around it. But I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to show off any MTG stuff. And for the sake of keeping my professional relationships intact and getting along with people that I get along with, I have no desire to step out of line and break NDAs and show off gameplay that I'm not allowed to show off. These aren't your Discords, by the way. I don't know why I've not left yet. Them boys are just doing stuff in Discord. Oh. Let me try and be a brave man for once. I want to try and... No, it's been a while since I've hit that inside. I'll use all the ruts, though. Oh, let's make sure I stay far enough left there so I don't get cuts. I've had a steamer of a start. This time I jinxed myself. I don't know if Aiden's left or if he just got a stinky start, but he was not up here. I need to try and safely rejoin the track now without getting taken out. Yeah, I think that was nice enough. Heads up enough, didn't join at too tight of an angle, gave people room. Oh! God damn it. If we want to get very, very petty, by the way, because I know people saying that MTG is just money hungry, blah, blah, blah. If you want to get down to the really, really, like, petty stuff, if you want to compare like for like, day 1 of Supercross 2025 releasing, you already had the option to go into the shop and buy double XP. Not give you double XP, no, not like a double XP weekend like you get in Call of Duty. You had the option to go and pay to rank up quicker. Why? Why on day 1? Like, let people try and enjoy the game for what it is before doing microtransactions from day 1. Ray got the good start that he was after. He's currently in the lead right now. Ah, see, so you're going like really far with it if you're going all the way to having like proper race fuel involved in your bike. So that's not like it has to cost you that much money. It does because you want the best. In the same way, great segue by the way, thank you very much for this review. In the same way, if you want the best products you can get, as in tracks or games, you have to buy them. Oh no, I know they've put that in the shop to make more money because more people will be playing at the game at that time. But logically, if people are going to be playing the game the most when it first releases, there's no reason for them to have the double XP. Whereas then if they want to rank up quicker further down the line because they don't play it as much, then you might be able to release it. What I didn't like to see is they've already got a roadmap up of having 3 different DLCs for each of the 3 SMX tracks when they could just lump them all together in one for cheaper rather than making you get them all individually. And then they've got multiple different 2-stroke packs coming out at different times, which I'm sure you'd have to all pay for separately rather than just lumping them in together. Give people a discount on things if they're going to buy everything. It's like that's why you get season passes on MXB Shop to save a little bit of money in that regards rather than buying all the tracks individually. Damn, Cray's gone. 11 seconds out in front. Gotta try and make a little bit of a comeback. Ah, see, luckily for me these days, I haven't got to buy any racing fuel. Normal fuel will do just for the generator. I mean, I don't think my entire time growing up racing, I don't think I've ever met anyone. Maybe it's more of a US thing than it is a UK thing. I don't think I've ever met anyone in the UK using racing fuel unless they're just doing it and not saying anything about it to gain some sort of an advantage. There was a period of time back when I raced 85s. You know how competitive 85 riders' dads get. They had one of the kids' bikes stripped down and checked on the inside because they thought he was doing something like dodgy, like making it out to be like a 112 or something rather than an 85. Or running different fuel that he shouldn't have been, but no, he was just fast. You always love when the dads of the riders get more competitive than the riders themselves. Right, we've got one more lap to go, and Cray has had my number around here. A lot of people do. So it's not one of my best tracks, and a lot of people, when this track first came out, played this so much that they've just fully got it ingrained into their muscle memory now. I think I was kind of behind the curve on that. But Cray's riding very, very well. And did gain a little bit of time last lap. I don't know if it's from general speed, or if he just made a mistake, but I gained like... Oh, okay, there you go, that's all that time gone. Gained like 3.5 seconds. Yeah, so the only fuel that I'd have to buy anymore, which I don't even buy because Ben's little cutie patootie and he hooks me up anyway, is fuel for the generator to charge the old hairdryer. So like the super minis that you have in the US aren't, to my knowledge at least, aren't really a thing in the UK. Like we just race the 85s, we don't get them like bored out to 112s or whatever it is. So when I was on about someone's bike being checked, they was checking it because you weren't allowed to do that. They have to just be 85s. We don't have a super mini class. Unless at a higher level of racing they allow you to change it, but not to my knowledge. Bought a new Yami 2 weeks ago. I'm glad. I'm glad you're enjoying it. No, I don't think so. I don't think you can. Hello, Ryan. Yeah, Brent. I've got the stock. I know of Jamie Keith. I've never spoken to Jamie at all or had any interactions with him. Although my claim to fame is he did like one of my TikTok videos like a week ago. That's all the interaction that I've had. Yeah, I can throw a picture up of my Vogue if you want. I bought it. When did I buy it? Like 3 weeks ago now, maybe? Or has it been longer than 3 weeks? Might have been longer, might have been like a month. Oh, I've got it on my Instagram. Give me a sec. Right. Bosh. Where is she? There she is. Oh, yeah, this is my my whip at the moment. Oh, I've asked BP to lens it up a little bit. So obviously do my name and numbers on it. Do the logos that mean a bit more to me, like have my YouTube logo and AJP and stuff like that. I asked Nico if I could get the logos for like Motocross the game and VMX and stuff, so I'll put that on the rear fender. No, it's very nice, very, very clean. It's had a lot done to it before I got it, so it saves me a lot of money in that regards. So she will be my steed for a while. Right. What are we doing now, gamers? For a first bike, yeah, 125 is pretty good for your first bike. It's good. I think a 125 will teach you better than a 250 will. Do the Hawkston free version. I wasn't aware there was a free version. Try and find it. Oh, what would it be called? Because if I type in pre, all of them come up because it'll be like presents or pre. If I type in season, there's so many pages. I can't search by JV because he's got a disgusting amount. I don't think it will come up if I type in Hawkston. Oh no, it does. Oh wait, that's not free. Or are you asking me to do the Hawkston that's on MXB mods? Because if so, no. It tracks booty cheeks. Yeah, I'm not doing that one. Yeah, that TFC one's, it's had its time. It's long gone at this point. Right. What sticks out to me? I mean, we could do Mesquite. I have it downloaded. Yeah, sure. We'll give her a go. Copy. Broken spoke in honor of Paxton the Munyon. Why is that in honor of Paxton the Munyon? I think there's information that I am not too up to date on in there. Oh, God. Oh, it's not good to be yawning this early, man. say it's almost 11 p.m. for me, so it's not early, but it's early in terms of streaming hours. My thoughts on the rank system. I think it gives people a good chance to try and compete for something and see their numbers get bigger. I think it is a very, very bad representation of how good someone actually is, unfortunately. I do not think that having a high rank on MXB ranked means you are actually a good player. I think it just means that you've played the game or played the ranked servers more than other people have. I believe so, Diesel, yeah. Is it the French track? The really old one? I I'm 90% sure I did do a video on that track, yeah, when it came out. Oh, Muskeet. Muskeet sounds horrible. Just add no on the end. Cheeky little mosquito. Do, 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 do. The same as, I know obviously you guys will laugh at this, but from a non-American, obviously we don't know all of the pronunciations and all of the places in America. We really don't know anywhere in the US. And I remember, obviously we'd heard of, like, Redbud was in Michigan and it was in Buchanan, but I'd never seen the word Buchanan written before. And I remember the first time I saw it written, I was like, what on earth is Buchanan? I've never heard that place in my life. And it took me a while, and I was like, oh, it's not Buchanan at all, it's Buchanan. Okay. I've not watched MotoGP in many, many years. Back in the, like, Stoner, Casey Stoner, and Valentino Rossi era, I did for a while. And then also again in the Rossi and Marc Marquez battles era. And basically since Rossi retired, I haven't been interested in it at all. Hello, Sober. You're in VC? Oh, 1 second then. Thanks for telling me. Oh my god. It's an orgy of riders. Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't go over it. I send you a KX setup. So now I'm either going to prove a point here, or I'm going to make myself look stupid. Don't need a setup for these random bikes on these random tracks. Now, the reason I could make myself look very stupid is because I need to now check my suspension to see if I do actually have a setup or if it's just default. It's just default. So as you've seen in the last couple of races, I have been riding at a very, very reasonable pace with completely default suspension. You do not need setups on every single bike in the game. A lot of it, unfortunately, does come down to these things at some point. How good those thingies are. The only thing I would recommend doing, because it does make the bike faster, is change from stock mapping to whatever the race version is. In this case, it's Smart Carb. Geyser or Hurlings, I think you can enjoy multiple things at once. I don't see any reason why you should pick one over the other, because I love Geisser's consistency for years and how smooth he is on a bike, but then I also love watching Hurlin just absolutely make a soundtrack his bitch when he was in his prime as well. So I don't think you should really exclude one from the other. Sorry, are you on Windows by any chance on your PC? It's not an issue that I've had, but I have had other issues with MX Bikes because of a recent Windows update that came out a couple of weeks ago. So, I don't know how to do it. You're going to have to do a Google search or YouTube or something. Try and find out how to make an exemption in Windows Defender and do that for MX Bikes. Because apparently that is the same reason that Bikes has been taking a really long time to load for people as well, was because of the Windows update. And it's exactly the same reason why I'm getting the weird black flickering on my screen when I use display capture. And it's also the reason why... What was the last reason? It's going to annoy me now. There was another one on the top of my head. What was it? It's also the reason why MX Bikes lags terribly and the screen share doesn't work properly if you're screen sharing in Discord. Apparently. How weird... Hang on. Oh god, I love people like this that want their attention. How weird are you to ban someone from your Discord for asking how you're balding at 20? So I can flip that to you. Firstly, basically 30, not 20. Secondly, very, very high percentage of men do start balding around this time anyway. And then thirdly, why would you want to be in a Discord with someone that you clearly dislike because you feel the need to go out of your way to try and insult them for no reason? Unfortunately, that is also the issue when you are trying to watch and communicate with someone that doesn't revolve around TikTok brain rot, is rage baiting isn't really a cool thing when you get to basically the age of 30. It's pretty cringe. So you tend to just try and enjoy life to the best of your ability and not deal with drama and bullshit. So it's much easier just pressing a mute or a ban button than it is to sit there and get intentionally annoyed by people. So... yeah. I wouldn't consider it a weird action whatsoever, what I've done. In fact, I would rather say that you are the weird one for doing what you did. I'm so sorry to whoever this is. I didn't think he was going to go on the inside. Look back at me, Cohen. I've put my hand up. I've said sorry. Track scaling looks much better. So I think King's tracks in general do tend to be on the bigger side of things, and this, I think this does follow traditional suit of King's tracks. The only thing that I would like slightly different on this, I know King does pop by in streams now and then, so this is like just constructive feedback. Although the ruts look big, I don't feel like they hold you particularly well. They're still really, really slippery. I'm not sure if that's by design or whatever, but it's like these ruts here, they're like very shallow. So whilst they're way up here, they go a long way. Whereas instead it'd be nice if they kind of like curved more so you could get planted into it better. And I think when you've got a track that is quite high speed like this, it just helps just the overall flow of the track when the ruts hold you a little bit more. Oh, thank you very much, Farmer. I appreciate that. It's one of them things, like, when you put yourself out there as a presence on the internet, you obviously are always going to get people making fun of you for one reason or the other. And I feel like, for the most part, I do have, like, particularly tough skin. But it's like, when you do hear the same thing every single day, day in and day out, and let's say you're having a particularly bad day, sometimes it is just easier to press the ban button on people, which is probably exactly what I've done there for Bender. So it's much easier just to remove than to deal with things all the time. Oh, you're right, Praxium, don't worry. I'm like half playing right now. I'm reading chat half the time and looking at the screen for the other half, so I probably didn't even see you. No, but then that does also come with the territory of being in a predominantly younger person space. Like, it is a young community that we have here. No worries, sorry. I will be going for at least another 30 minutes. We'll see what happens after that. Do we have... what are we looking like? We are waiting on Mr. Steezy to get synced in. We've had some fast people in today. I see... is he... Yeah, he is. Yeah, JS7's in here as well. He's been having some really good GP results. The new Club MX rider. Boy was in here earlier as well on the MXB of Nations track. Aiden's in here. I'm not sure if that is T-Moss or if that is just someone with a very, very close name. The ping would lead me to believe it might be T-Moss, but it might not be. Feel like I'm the Nick A30 of MX Bikes. No, I'm not as politically correct as Nick is. Yeah, I think that's just the right word. He's not as politically correct, which does hinder options and possibilities sometimes. But a lot of time I just can't help myself from saying what's on my mind. Within reason, you know. It's like you can... I'm trying to think of good examples of it. It's like if someone's been a twat or an idiot, let's try and use MX Bikes terminology, I'm happy to say that. Like if someone just takes you out for no reason, or like on Mouse Motor Park, for example, Ian decided to cut across and try and take me out for a bit of attention. I'm just saying you're just an annoying child, which is very, very true. Like, you haven't got to be nice to everyone all the time. But then also, if people aren't doing you any harm and their views just don't line up with yours, you don't have to be a dick about that as well. So if you got people, happens fairly often here in the UK, I don't know if it's the same in the US, if you get some Jehovah's Witnesses knocking at your door and trying to pass on their message to you, it's like, not for me. But I'm more than happy for you to do your thing. So that's just how it is. Exactly the same as I'm not a religious person at all. No, I was christened when I was a child, and that's as far as it went. I don't actively, what's the word? I'm not religious. It's the one, there's two that start with an A. One is you flat out don't believe it, but one is that you don't deny it could be, you just haven't seen any proof of it. I'm that one. So I don't mind what people believe in. More than welcome to do so. As long just don't push your values onto me, and we'll be fine. It's exactly so. We've got a lot of drama going on in the UK right now. This is very unpolitically correct to me to be saying all this on stream as well. We've got a lot of drama going on in the UK right now. And I know US is in a similar sort of position, and I know people are very, very opinionated on this subject about the trans people in certain bathrooms and certain sports and stuff. In terms of that, I try to fence ride as much as possible because I don't want to be cancelled. My only opinion is I don't mind what people want to be. Just don't force me to have to believe it as well. I'm allowed to think what I want if you can think what you want. And that's kind of where I tend to leave that. So it's like, you haven't got to be a dick to someone from what they believe. But then you also don't have to believe it yourself. I know there's two, isn't there? There's an agnostic and atheist, and I can't remember which one is which way around they are. One is just flat out refuse any being, and then one is don't believe it, but don't deny that there could be. Have I seen or believe in ghosts? That's a tough one. Because, no, I don't think there's Casper-looking individuals lurking around. But with some experiences and stories and stuff, it makes you feel a certain type of way. I also feel like a lot of people's experiences with ghostly stuff happens at a very, very young age, but then you don't know what you've seen when you was young anyway. Like, you're still developing at that point. My only, I've been creeped out in places before. Other than that, the only experience I ever had was, I don't know what the term would be in the US, but it's primary school in the UK. You do basically nursery, primary school, secondary school, college, university, but it was in primary school, so like really, really young, the second one. And Yeah, I was just like running down one of the hallways at school before, looked to my right, and I thought I saw like a little white, like translucent figure walking along beside me for just a split second. Then again, that could just be your eyes being funny or what. So I think exactly the same as a religion debate is, I would say, for me, no, but just because I haven't had enough proof or experience to be able to make an argument otherwise. I think I'm a very factually and experientially based person, whereas I tend to not put my faith or trust in something unless I have seen it or experienced it firsthand, which I think is very, very fair. So if you're someone that you feel let's say a godly presence around you, and you feel that things that happen to you in the universe is because of this person that you put your faith in, then that's why you believe in them. But I haven't had that experience. For me, it's like everything that is already going to happen to you is already preset out. We're just following along in the timeline. Anything that happens is a result of other people's actions or my actions, and I'll take that on myself and take it as a responsibility of myself to do things. The only thing that, I love people like Reaper, for example. I'm not trying to religion bash at all, because again, I really do not mind. It's no issue at all. The only thing that annoys me slightly is if you see situations where, let's say you've had a doctor operating on someone for hours to save their life, and then the person just says, "Thank you, God." And it's like, well, yeah, but that person's just saved you. But then they'll always go back to after that being like, yeah, but then that God put that person in that position at that right time. It feels like it's clutching at a certain point. But again, that's just my own beliefs in those situations. But yeah, very experience slash fact based myself. But yeah, in terms of going back to ghosts and stuff, like I've heard all kinds of stories. My mum said that in the house we used to live in, like someone passed away in her bedroom, and his name was like Walter or something, like Walter White. But she'd feel like a tugging on the end of the bed sheets at night, and if she just said "go away, Walter," it'd stop. There's just little things like that. And so I've not experienced that myself properly, but it's a pretty cool story. Like, it sounds pretty spooky. And so obviously, for her, that would be real in that moment. But for me, it doesn't change my opinion on things because I haven't had that. I always like to ease the tension when it comes to like ghost stuff as well. It's like, I think if ghosts are real, and let's say you think you're in a haunted house right now, that ghost has watched you beat your schmeat. That's all I'm saying. In the same way when people as well say that when someone passes on, they are looking down on you, watching you at all times. I'm just saying, your grandma's seen you beat your schmeat, if that's the case. So, you believe what you want to believe in, but I'm not letting Mima see my meat. Never beating your schmeat again. That's what I'm saying. You're just advertising to the ghosts, you know? They're getting a good eyeful. The FBI agent looking at you through your phone whilst you're scrolling through the websites. The ghost sitting in the corner. The spider in the corner of your room as well, having a cheeky little watch. They can close their eyes. Yeah, true. Bro said I'm bussing regardless of who's watching. We have some very interesting conversations on this channel. I don't know where they stem from, but we get there somehow. Keep going off the track there around the outside. I don't know if it's because of the time of year, but when I first moved into this place that me and Linda are in now, we would get some disgustingly big spiders. And I don't know if they were just chilling, and then they just started coming out of all their nooks and crannies after we moved in, and then we've slowly killed them off. Not had any for a few months now, but yeah, when we first moved in, they were nuts. They were huge. Not Australia levels are huge, bearing in mind, but for UK, pretty damn big. It's all relative, isn't it? It's the same as like if you're in a cold country all your life and then they have a hot day. It's like, yeah, it might not be hot to some people, but it's hot to you. I'm not very politically minded. I don't think I'd be good in politics or as Prime Minister or anything. Half the time I can't even formulate a proper sentence or get words out in the manner that I want to get them out in. Yeah, not a very good speaker. Especially when it's things that I'm not like 110% certain of. So even if you watch my MXGP commentaries in this game, for crying out loud, it's like I know everything about the game. I know what people are experiencing in the moment and how the track's riding and developing. Yet I'll just have to stop halfway through a sentence because my words just aren't coming out properly or as I intend them to, so I have to just reset and then go again. Yeah, I'm not a great speaker. I would like to be. I'd love to be confident to go up on a stage and talk in front of people with absolute confidence and say exactly what is on my mind in the best way possible to communicate to people, but yeah, I don't know, not very good at it. People that I have always envied, which is a bit of a weird one, but back when I used to work in an office, the people in the building that I would always envy how they are and their just character and how confident they are and how they carry themselves is always the salespeople. Like, you tell me you've ever met a salesperson that hasn't like said the right thing to you, and I know that's what they do and that's how they get sales, and it's manipulative in a way, but they're very, very good. They carry themselves with confidence, they say the right things in the right way to connect with people. So yeah, I wish I had those sorts of characteristics. Yeah, I love them. I love them, Bradley. Especially, I really, really enjoyed my racing at Keegam's. I don't blame you. I don't blame... Well, I kind of blame Proposo a little bit. But I blame the bikes right now for the way that the tracks get beaten up. Because the opinion of a track before a race and after two 30-minute plus two motos is so, so different. I personally enjoyed it. But the fact that we had to run 0.05 a road just to make the track rideable after that amount of time is kind of crazy to me. But then that's not on you. That's on the bikes and how they dig in right now. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Carlos. Yeah, we do kind of have some random conversations on this channel. It's very rarely actually motocross orientated. And I'm wondering one day if it's people are just going to clip stuff and use stuff against me, but I just speak my mind. Some people probably dislike it, some people enjoy it. That's how you know the ones that hang around and keep coming back time and time again do like you. What on earth is Linda sending me? Oh, I've seen this. Is this in Japan? I think it's in Japan. There's like a Pokemon themed vacation in Tokyo, sorry. Yeah, Tokyo. Which is in Tokyo is Japan, isn't it? I think Tokyo is Japan. Yeah, like a Pokemon themed vacation. It's like I like collecting colourful pieces of cardboard. But I don't know if I'd go all out and go on a Pokemon holiday. That seems a bit much. Yes, you can see the two-stroke setup. It's very simple. One, completely stock, because you don't need a setup. A little bit of gearing changes, and then change it from stock to smart carb, just because it makes the bike faster. Done. No, I named my YouTube after me. However, then anybody that would originally type in Linz when making a comment, their phone would autocorrect it to Linda. So then calling me Linda started to stick. But then Linda's name isn't actually Linda. I just don't want to call her by her real name. because there are some absolute freaks on the internet that go out of their way to find out stuff about people and who they are and find personal profiles and stuff. So we just call her Linda now because it's kind of fits with the channel and it's a more female name. So don't actually call her by her real name. So it's the reason that I don't have a personal Facebook anymore, is I deleted it after about a year of making YouTube videos because everyone just tries adding you as a friend on Facebook, and it's like, I appreciate that you like my content and you consider me a friend, but I don't know you. You're not my friend, so I will not be accepting your messages or friend requests on anything. What was happening when I had MX Bikes 2 on my story? That was April Fool's Day. And I don't think I have to say anything more about that. No, there is no MX Bikes 2. Come on, boys, you can't trust anything you see on the internet on April the 1st. What's wrong with you? You've been around long enough by now. I've got 4,400 hours on this game now. Pretty damn gross. Had it for... How long have I had MX Bikes now? Had it for like 4.5 years. I think I started playing it at the end of 2020. Yeah, that sounds about right. End of 2020. My hours right now are actually quite high in terms of the last 2 weeks. For the last couple of months, I've been sitting at like 25 or so every 2 weeks, but right now I think I'm on like 60. Which is pretty nuts. It doesn't feel like I've played the game that much. Especially with the lack of videos as well, but yeah, I don't know how I've managed to get to that point. Yeah, we've got a couple people sinking in that I'll wait for. I've not seen any rider models for MTG yet, no. Even like the build that I have doesn't have a rider on it yet. Yeah, unfortunately, Mason got scammed on that one. It do not be true. I can't take all the blame. Troy told me to do it in the DMs on Discord. I could cancel Troy right now. Well, he wouldn't get cancelled because that's how the community is, but I'll show you this. Post this... Oh, you can't see it. Post this on your Insta story if you're not gay. Troy, it's 2025. You can't be saying that about people. Ah, scroll. Oh, leaked. He did call me a good boy, though. So, but he sent me that. And he was like, put that on your profile. I was like, that looks absolute shit, Troy. So then I got a picture that Hurren made from last year, maybe the year before. And just edited it again to change the date, and that was it. Do I think Troy can ever beat me? 100%, yeah. If nothing, I think that this whole... It's not even a real rivalry, it's just beef that we give each other back and forth because it's funny to do so. But I think the fact that he hasn't beaten me yet in any official race is good motivation for him to want to keep beating me and getting better. Because he's been very, very close. One of the DDC rounds, he was right on my cheeks. One of the Triple Crown races of this year that I decided to play in third person, he was gaining like 2 seconds lap on me at the end. He was very, very close. But he still hasn't quite had it done. No, I wouldn't say I've got an unfair advantage at all, Delta. I could put in 100 hours on the game right now and it wouldn't matter once the game actually releases because the physics will be completely different by then anyway. But no, I wouldn't sit it out at all. I'll be playing so much of that game when it comes out as well. I think it'll be really, really good for the channel. Hello, Daniel, first of all. Oh, hang on, Aiden, I'll go again if you jump started. Yeah, thank you very much for being here. They used to be a 125 series on the GP tracks like a day or two after the normal aerial races. It just ended up being something that not really many people bothered to show up for. So I don't think there'll be another two-stroke only one anytime soon. Oh, my screen is frozen. It's because of this whole display capture issue that I'm having. Thank you very much for telling me before the gate dropped. I'm very curious to see how 125s ride, or two-strokes in general will ride on MTG, because from my whole 8 hours of experience so far, clutching is powerful. Not to the extent of it's like an MX versus ATV Alive, where you're clutch boosting everywhere to gain speed. But it's like if you are in a gear too high, let's say, and you do clutch it, it does make a difference. Like you do get back into the right rev range. And it's like if you want to if you want to pop the bike up onto the back wheel and you try doing it just on the throttle like you can do in bikes, it doesn't really want to come up. Whereas if you do it with the clutch as well, that shit pops up straight away. Like really, really good. So whilst I hope there's not a massive bike life community in that game, because I feel like they do tarnish it a little bit. The wheelie's actually really good. Why have you scrubbed the shit out of it right next to and inside of me, Praxium? That was not the smartest decision I've ever seen. General rule of thumb is when you are literally within inches of someone on a takeoff or jump, you don't tend to whip into them. Or at least if you're going to whip away from them so your back wheel doesn't blobble them in the head. Trying to give my brother some space. Oh, he moved over to the right. Well, that is very, very rough on that right side of the track down there. JS7. Big Schmeat Racing. Love that. Where's the small Schmeat representation though? We always see like big Schmeat. How much longer? I think I'll do another 2 races after this. Should probably take like half an hour or so in total. We'll change track one more time after this. I'm not hating my life too much right now. We're just having a nice chill stream, chill lobby. Haven't wanted to uninstall it just yet. We're going to start on 250s. That's actually a great question, Delta. I haven't thought of that. I'll be honest with you. I have not planned that far ahead. I suppose it depends. I don't think we'll have this information from day one. I think it's something that will evolve over the first few months. It depends what the esports side of things are like. Because if they want it to be a realistic game, you'd think that they'd make it so you have to come through the 250 class first and then get promoted to the 450s. But if they do that, then there's never going to be a 450 class because you're basically starting from 0 anyway, so someone or some people have to be the first 450 riders. I don't know. I really don't know. That's a very good question. That's good food for thought. Hello, King. Thank you very much. What a good time for you to come to the stream. I appreciate you very much, my man. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying me actually getting to show your track off now since I didn't do a video of it. I'm not having a great race right now, though. I'm being a bit stinky. My first race around here was better. Oh, I didn't have the speed to send that time. Very easy 450 line. Anything else, a little bit of a stretch. The lack of double hats looks better. It's the only reason is I've taken the button off the top of this, so now it doesn't actually hurt my head from where the headset rests on top of it. But what I don't like about any of these more American style of hats is how you basically either have to look like Dumbo with your ears sticking out, or you have to tuck your ears in. I don't like that. Whereas the old like UK more style of hat, like that Fox one that I've got, it sits higher, so it doesn't actually touch your ears at all. But then again, I don't really know anybody or any brands that still make those really old school style of hats. Ah, I was trying to hit that corner rapid so I could double out. It's hard to do on the two-stroke. I've only tried a 250 so far. Apparently Reaper's tried the 450. I think Reaper might have an additional build of the game to what I have right now. But no, I've only tried a 250. Which I didn't realise at first. I thought it was a 450 because the bike's got white backgrounds on it. But no, it's 250. So the 450 should actually be pretty damn quick, because the 250s do a good job of being able to like triple out of corners in Supercross. It's a bad time to have an itchy nose. Oh, God. Right, we go again. Yeah, 250's got some good power to it. The overall gameplay of MTG is slower, because it is more true to life. So I don't know if people are going to think that it's too slow because they like MX Bike so much and they've got their FOV cranked to like 130 or whatever the max is, and feels like they're going a million miles an hour everywhere. MTG is a lot more real life paced. Maximum's 1/6. Eh? In the black writing or red writing? Oh no, mine don't go that high. I mean, you can change it externally, I think, in the files. I mean, maybe I should do a race in 130, see just how far away it is. It feels like how fast I'm going. No worries, Delta. Thank you very much. Catch you next time. Right. What track do I want to do now? This is going to be the final track of the day. We're going to do 2 different races on it. Just having a little scroll, see if anything sticks out to me on the MXB mods page. Oh, God. Oh. Wake me up. Wake me up inside. Can't wake up. Wake me up and save me. There's a track called Poo Slider. Right. I wanted to do it today, Daniel, but Rusper peer pressured me into doing some two-stroke stuff. Yeah, I want to do a track that's not too technical, that's quite wide open, so I can laugh on this, laugh on this 130 FOV. There's a lot of tracks here that I've never played. What about, have I still got this one in my game? I've never played this track online before. Bosch. TC's Hill Valley MX, which to my knowledge, I think is meant to be a Millville not replica, but like a base layout of Millville with his own stuff thrown in there. I'll be honest, Daniel, I think I'm probably just going to go and watch through my entire 2022 season from start to finish. Because the start of it was actually pretty sketchy. I wasn't dominating from the beginning. But then what Boboso decided to do, in his infinite wisdom, because he doesn't know what goes on in the game at any particular time, was he released an entire new game beta after round 2, I think it was. It was either after round 2 or round 3, which then completely changed the traction of the game. So the tracks rode completely different, the bikes felt completely different, and thankfully I was just the person that capitalised on it, and that's when I started doing really well. So thank you, Pivoso, for helping me win the 2022 championship by making traction non-existent. Oh, don't tell me this track isn't on the server list. There, okay, it's one word. Ooh, it's one word, it's fine. Save, start. For this last one, well, these last two, I'm going to go on a modern 2-stroke. Hello, Braden. How did it feel getting barked on by young Gerbmeister? I'm proud of Gerb, you know? He's not raced in 2 years. Pops up off the couch, gets the old shot, sticks it P2, Moto 1, P3, Moto 2. I don't know how many gates there are on this track, so if there's not enough, I do apologise. No, we always do Pike Ridge on the 2 strokes. It's nice to give it a little bit of a change. I understand exactly, Mike. I'm in the same boat as you. Those are my exact feelings as well. I thought hearing of a new actual competitive, a game that will compete with MX bikes would finally give us all the updates, but it doesn't seem to have happened. Did I call you Braden? I thought your name was Braden. Are you not Nitro Development, Braden? Have I been misinformed there? Say misinformed. I thought that was just the case. Yeah, my bad. Hey, don't be mean to Hunter. People from all walks of life are allowed to play video games. It hasn't just got to be the 15-year-olds with no responsibilities. Doesn't matter what stage you are in life, you can still shut your brain off and play some games for a while. Yeah, there's a lot of bugs. I mean, it's actually quite impressive. If I wanted to, I could crash my game at any point. And the fact that you can do that and it's so repetitive and it hasn't been fixed is crazy to me. I'm almost tempted to make my game... Actually, no, I won't. A lot of people join in. I don't think I'll get in. No, I won't. Yeah. Oh, 130 FOV. Jeez! It's like when I tune into the average Farm 14 Twitch stream that I see someone with 1 viewer doing. This is usually the FOV it looks like. This, by the way, if you play the game in this high FOV, and you generally enjoy it, W. If you're trying to get faster, and you can't understand where you're losing time, please turn your FOV down to like 120 at the maximum. Because what people don't understand is when their FOV is this high, it might look like you're going fast, but you're not. So the reason that you feel like you can't gain any more time is because you can't go any quicker because you think you're already going as fast as you possibly can do. Whereas if you turn your game down, you slow the game down so you can react to things better, and you will then get better and go faster in turn because of that. That's only if you want to get better at the game. If you're very happy with how you play and you like your 130 FOV, then by all means knock yourself out. Don't know how Stone Rider's going to make Las Vegas or Charlotte this year back-to-back start gates. I've not seen this yet. 2025. Where are these? I've just googled 2025 SMX track maps and they're not coming up. Or are they on a particular Instagram page? Super Motocross. Is it this? Where is the start on this track? Oh, I see. No, that should be doable. Or will it be doable? That'll be doable. You'll have to do some manual trickery with the race data file. Like if you open it up in Notepad, you can manually place where the gates are, so we'll be able to change the rotation of half of them. Yeah, that'll be fine. He'll be able to do it. He can do that. Jamie isn't happy with me. Who's Jamie? Who have I annoyed now? It wouldn't be the first person I've annoyed. Oh, this Jamie. Why is Jamie not happy with me? No, I've not played Sim in quite a while. Hello, Wee Woo. Yeah, you have to manually do them. I don't know if I can show you an example. Do I have any tracks left? If I go into my track building folder, tracks, Moto 101? Or was it this one? No, those are my screenshots. Moto 101, Moto 101 again, RDF. Is it the RDF? I think it's the RDF. Can I, if I open this, yes. So for those of you that have never built a track before, when you create like your timing gates and your checkpoints and stuff, you get a .rdf file which shows you all lists. So it shows you where the finish line is, how wide it is, the location of it, shows you how many like pit spaces that you have and stuff like that. This is why when it says pit lane full, it's this number here. So I could have the server set up to have 40 people, but if there's only 36 pit spaces, then it will say it's full after 36 people are in there. Then this is not the start gates there, that's your pit board. Pit board locations, here you go, starting grids. So, you would basically take, this is gate 1, you'd probably go from gate 1 down to gate 11, and as you can see, it's got, hang on, let's do this right, gate 1 down to gate 11, you see it's got the longitude, latitude, where it is, and the angle, the direction that the gate's facing. So all Sony would have to do is basically copy and save these ones separately, then go and change gate 12 through to gate 22, and just rotate the angle 180 degrees and move it over, so that you would be able to have basically the start gates facing opposite directions. You just have to do some manual work on it. Hello, Brock. He was flipping me off in the game. That's outrageous behaviour from him. Right, we've got a couple of people still sinking. Let me get some more laps in on my new 130 FOV that is not going to last. I feel like I was pushing the boat out when I moved to 115, because I learned it and played it for like the first 3 years on 110. And then, I don't know why I went to 15. I think I was just doing it for fun, and then it just stuck. Oopsie. I think the SMX tracks are just shit. They don't... If you literally break down SMX, the tracks do not look like Supercross, motocross tracks. At all. Especially last year's, it's like, here's a single, here's another single, here's a long straight, here's another single, here's another single. Here's one rhythm section in your Super Motocross track. They were awful last year. I think they do an awful design at them. And they don't, like, the whole Super Motocross thing just doesn't appeal to me. But I feel like it's just trying to franchise it for the sake of it being franchised and following suit with the other American sports and having playoffs and shit like this. I don't think it needed it. Have your motocross season, have your supercross season, bosh, done. Someone to make a purposefully bad track. They have that on Sim. I'll show you real quick whilst people are... Actually, people have joined. I'll show you very, very quickly. Sorry. So, MX Simulator, so you think you know Supercross. So this is from the king of MX Simulator Supercross, Mr. Tyson Fresquez, back in 2011. Or was it not? I thought it was... No, I think Tyson done a video on it. Tyson didn't make it. Can I do videos? I don't know if I'll be able to find this. Really old video that I watched. Does he not have a... Does Tyson not have a YouTube channel anymore? Or does he go under another name? That's not Tyson, I don't think. Does anybody know what Tyson's YouTube channel is? Because he definitely has videos. I just can't remember what his alias would have been. These are the kind of... By the way, when you guys... we know obviously Troy is a superstar and he's got hundreds of thousands of people that follow him on multiple platforms. When those guys are watching him there and learning about MX bikes and getting into it, these are the kind of videos that I was watching and learning about getting into MX Simulator. I just want to try and find Tyson's channel. There it is, MX Tyson. Right. There is a track somewhere that is like the most difficult Supercross track you could ever imagine just for the sake of it. Like, just to be difficult. My first YouTube video on this entire channel, I don't think it's there anymore, was on this track right here, I think. 2015 Utah. 2015 Utah. Little hot lap. Sorry, boys, I'm going to get really annoyed if I can't find this now. I have it so, like, vividly burnt into my brain. And I downloaded the track at some point, but I don't have it anymore. We are going down a rabbit hole here. 13 years ago, some of these videos. Jesus Christ. No, I might just scroll past it. No. Oh, it is. So you think you know Supercross. Please don't copyright me, Tyson. Love you. So, this was basically a hard... Jesus Christ, the frame rate. This was a overly peaky, overly narrow, overly jumps very close together Supercross track that was made to be difficult just for the sake of being difficult, and I would love to get stuff like this in MX bikes. I don't know how people play this game in first person, but I cannot see what's going on. Very, very impressive stuff. Do you want to know what's disgusting? Brock Williams was 2 years old when this video came out. Yeah, good stuff. Sorry, got a little bit off topic there. Let's do a race. Right, this is going to be chaotic on this 130, man. 130 FOV. I don't know what the exact date is. Usually doesn't really tell you anymore. It just said 13 years ago. See, to be fair, Brock, your parents really weren't planning ahead. If they chucked you onto Sim straight out of the womb, put a controller in your hand, you'd be goated. Best Sim player of all time. I reckon you would have racked up about 12 to 15,000 hours by now. Oh, I can have a look to see what the video date was. I actually didn't know that. I can't look. I minimised the window. I say I closed the window. The window's no longer there. Right. It doesn't even look like I'm leaning all the way forwards now because of how high this FOV is. This is pretty nutty. Yeah, look how fast it looks like I'm going. Gee, oh no, I am going fast. Jesus Christ, the outside is a bit of a shit gate, isn't it? I'm about to get killed. Yes. Not much I can do there. Just people got to turn right. Track goes right. Turn right. Maybe I need to start trying to do hot laps in like this field of view, and then people will think that I'm hella insane at the game. It'll look like I'm going another couple of seconds quicker than I am. But I can already tell you right now, I do not have anywhere near as much feel with the bike as I do on my normal 115 FOV. Like, I can't really predict what the bike's doing underneath me. I'm very pleased for you, Gubby. I'm glad that pass meant that much to you. You just took us both down for nothing. And we go again. Up to the top. Jesus Christ. Got some racy boys around here. Oh. Step down to the left. Oh. Yeah. Send it. Okay, I don't know if you're meant to triple that. I will not do that next lap. I'll try and remember just to double. Yeah. Oh, I should do a lap around Keegan's in this FOV. Or a lap around Lugo, because both of them are so fast. That'll probably look nuts. Jesus Christ. If you was on a smaller bike than this, you generally might struggle to get over that. 450 track? Question mark. Oh no. You know what? That's probably one of the best accidental downsides I've ever had. That was so clean. Don't even know what I'm coming up to. Yeah. Boink. I'm so sorry, Stacey. I can kind of see why people ride so aggressive now. This field of view makes you just want to ride like a dickhead and just hold it pinned everywhere. Makes you feel so quick. Have I been missing out on something all this time? Oh no, it's fine. Yeah. Double up the hill. Send it. Definitely getting cuts every time I jump down that left. I actually feel insane in the game right now. I might have to transition to, not sexually of course, but in terms of FOV. Been a hater for so long. Zoom in. Skirt. Ooh. I'll step down again. Clean. Just makes you want to lean off the back of it and just go as fast as you can. It's great. I mean, Cray's having a good time with it as well this race. He's in second. He said he was trying it out for this. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. That's a rough set of braking bumps coming down that hill that quick. I keep saying this guy's name says Linz. I know it doesn't. From a distance, it looks very similar. Oh no, I didn't turn far enough left this time. Hold on to it, buddy! Oh, Lord! TC, why have you done us dirty with the rain ruts off the track? Okay, safe track country. Yeah, I wouldn't want to go any higher than this. There's genuinely no point. Okay. Okay, again. Oh! See, my talent comes in waves. I'm good for half a lap, and then it goes to absolute garbage. And then it keeps switching back and forth. But I do generally want to just try and go fast around Lugo or Keegham's for a lap. Then I get stuff like that happens. I'm just like, well, it felt like I was fine. Obviously, because the bike, I guess, is now in a different place on my screen, it's not fine. I mean, Husky 250 feels like a pretty solid bike out of the few that I've ridden today. Little bits like that feel really nice, like the satisfying little doubles around turns, because it feels like you're hitting them faster than you would normally. Oh, look how that just looks so disgustingly quick doing that. Yeah, that's insane. I am on the Husky 252 stroke. Control of the bike in the air. You don't really have much control of the bike in the air. That might be why there's no video on it. A lot of the stuff in the air is really a result of how you take off. I mean, all you can really do to try and bring the bike back is, I guess, sit down and turn the way you want to go. But there's only so much you can do. Yeah, let me try and run a lap around Keegham's real quick. And it also does come with a lot of game time as well, and knowing what the bike wants. It's like, if I'm going a little bit front wheel low in the air to the point where my front wheel has disappeared off the screen, I've played the game enough now to get a rough idea of what it's doing underneath me, even though it's not even there. So I guess you just kind of have to react accordingly, I guess. Yeah, I like Keegham's as well. Yeah, that 130 did feel good, didn't it? Right. We'll take some fuel out if we're going to try and properly hot lap this. I don't see this going well. I would be surprised if I actually go fast. We'll turn the old shift help off. So we can bang up and down the gears. since we're on our Austrian machine. That looks ridiculous. I don't think I've ever seen this much of my bike before. It's going to fully mess with my just sense of speed. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know if I like this actually. No! Oh, back in, please. It's the little techie bits that it's gonna mess me up on. It's not gonna feel like... It's gonna feel like I'm going too fast. Then I'm gonna slow down a little bit and I'm gonna end up casing it. It definitely doesn't feel as fast around here as it did on the last track. But it feels further away around here somehow. It's making some of the entrances to these corners easier. It feels like I follow the corner better because I can just see more. I don't know if my brain would be able to handle 30 minutes of this. That's a lot. Oh, like there, I didn't know what my turning in point was because I couldn't actually see where the rut began. And I thought I was going to overjump that finish line based on my speed, so I scrubbed it and then ended up casing the damn thing. Oh, missed that. There's good and bad. There is pros and cons to both sides. Oh, I was in first gear. I needed to be in second. My bad. I'm gonna rattle the outsides. It seems to make my life easier. Enjoyable though. I think I'll do this every now and again, like on my own time. I don't know if I'd want to race with it full time though. I think it would hinder me more than it would help. I'm just locked in right now though. I love soundtracks so much on this game, man. They are the most fun tracks you can get. Right, you got to try and just stay on top of all the bumps everywhere. Keep your body nice and light. Basically like a big supercross track, just got to double and triple your way around and over everything. I mean, I've only had a 55 so far, and that is not good at all. Now we're kind of schmoovin'. We're kind of schmoovin'. No, no, oh, that's the issue with sound. Get a little bit off of a rut and you lose over a second in one corner. Oh, that's painful, man. 1.8 seconds up. Back end just got hooked, didn't quite make it in, got stuck on the outside of the corner. Jesus Christ. There you go, another one. And now I'm down. I went from 1.8 seconds up to having 2 tiny mistakes in the turns to being 0.2 down. It's pretty crazy. Crazy guy. Oh. 2 more to go. Yeah, 2 soundtracks to go. 2 to go. Annoyingly, won't be able to race either of them. Just because I've been kicked out of the series. Where's the... There it is. Oh my Christ. Surely that's not possible. Oh, we got... Yeah, I only had Arnhem in my brain. I didn't know that we had Lommel as well. Yeah, go kind of barking. I can't see. Jesus Christ. Right, whoop. Oh. Right, off we go. Oh, boy, don't get it. It's made me feel ill. Oh, God. Turn! Yeah. I say it, we're barking now. We're barking now. Oh, no. Oh, let's go. World's first. Oh, world record, 50 FOV. Ah! It's actually quite nice when you crash. It goes back to normal for a split second. Oh, boys, we've gone deep. Oh! Oh! Help! Help! Jesus God, I feel like I want to just look up. Oh! Oh no! Oh! Think about it, it's crazy how far I actually look ahead when I'm playing this. Get it! Oh! Point of view Rack's POV, is that for the third person or the first person? I think Rack plays on quite a high one. Oh my... I can't see what's coming up. I don't know where the rut starts, I don't know where the rut ends. I'm just going based on muscle memory at this point, and a disgusting amount of hours spent learning how this game works. Can't say! Can't say! Go! Go, go, up the hill. Yeah. Oh! Oh, God. Help. I can see in 4K right now. No, I found Victoria's Secret. This is nuts. I can see John Cena. That is how close to this we are. Thank you very much, Ireland, by the way, for the 5. Didn't mean to just glaze over that. Appreciate you as always. There you go. What's that? I don't think that's going to count because I was off track for half of it. Oh, it did count. W. World record. 2 minute 27.08. Oh, 07. I was close. MX Bytes rounded up. But yeah, that is that's that, gamers. I hope you have enjoyed the stream today. I didn't mind those 2 straight races. It actually made for some really pleasant racing overall. I definitely enjoyed it. Yeah, I appreciate all of you. I will be back on Friday for Supercross. No idea what round it is. Don't I don't think it's anything special. I don't think it's like a Triple Crown format or anything funky like that. But yeah, we need to see about doing that, watching back old races, because I think I'm going to do some stuff with Linda this weekend, so it might not be this weekend, but maybe even next Wednesday. That could be good. Maybe I should try shoving an occasional midweek stream in there as well that isn't just actually commentating or racing, but is more fun stuff. I am on a little bit of a burner right now, so I mean it doesn't feel insane, but I'm up by almost 2 seconds. I don't want to disappear just yet. I don't want to finish the lap off, but now I've noticed that I'm up, I'm probably going to end up crashing. Nah, that's not good. That's not good either. It's just things that some of you probably don't notice if you don't like compete and you just play the game casually. It's just some of these little kicks and bumps in the corner that I can feel it on the back end, and I know that that's causing me to slow down because of it. And it's even more important on sand tracks just to be perfect everywhere, just stuff like that, like not getting slotted into the middle rut nicely. So much goes on sand. So I was 2 seconds up, I'm now only 0.3 up. And it's probably looked like a decent lap up till now, but I don't think it's meant to be. Finish this lap off, and then we will disappear. Skirt! I don't actually know about rumble settings on this game. I don't think I've ever had my controller vibrate. I don't know if it supports it at all. Or maybe it's just because I use a PS4 controller, maybe it works on newer ones or Xbox ones, no idea. Oh, well, that was actually quite a poopy lap, but there you go. Right, we're done. Thank you, everyone. Love you all. Ideal was a 53.6, which is basically what I qualified with in NA, so good night.